all of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen, amen.
Shit. I kind of get one here.
Right.
After that, I don't really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
because in 30 years, I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Cat because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you that no studio has ever lost money with me on the script. How? That's why I'm saying, that's why I can't let Ricky Smiley say he was supposed to play Money Mike, because I wrote the words for Money Mike. I designed the hair for Money Mike. I collaborated with the wardrobe department and made outfits to make sure that no one in America would be wearing what Money Mike was wearing. I told them to go get the Prowler. I then told them to paint it purple. I told them don't have an actor playing a pimp. We could get an actual pimp, Archbishop Magic Don Juan, to play. Like, I did far too much work for somebody to come years later and try to tag along just for their own self-aggrandizement.
Why didn't Cube set the record straight? Terry Crews could have set the record straight. Mike Epps could have set the record straight. Why none of them set the record straight?
That's what you were supposed to ask him when he told you those lies that
but
no
I didn't
one's
know
ever
it was a
heard.
lie.
Right, but he's telling you something no one's ever heard of. Nobody has ever heard, oh, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon was in a movie and somebody said, y'all should switch roles. And, like, this is a business.
But that's the thing, Cat. Normally when people are giving you information, I'm thinking I'm hearing it for the first time and they're giving information no one else knows or has ever heard. So I'm taking them at face value.
These are like, this is like Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless. That's my story. That's not his story. Steve Harvey wasn't never homeless. When Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago, he was making $3,000 a show in cash. And
Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the evil that men do. Father God, I pray and ask that you help me to have mercy on others the same way I would want you to have mercy on me. Father God, I also ask that you help me to be quick to forgive and slow to get angry. Amen, amen, amen. These young dudes out here don't respect shit until you put the barrel in their ear and let the text spit. I just might catch a case on my next hit, remove their whole face on some special effect shit. So show respect, Drake, or I'ma have a flashback. Digging through the dresser like fuck it, where my mask at? The mash back with the banger and damage shit and say fuck everything I learned in anger management. Hop back on some east side Danny shit and push a nigga's top back when I let the cannon spit. Start planning shit, premeditation. I'm in love with the streets again, rededication. Casket or cremation when I shoot you down. I was built full of smoke like a hookah lounge. I keep big shit that sound like a bazooka sound, and I shoot quicker than ain't gotta be a hoop around. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with the 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Gun on me, it ain't never for show, homie. I'm far from a bully, but I'm never a hoe. Get out of line, my Beretta will blow. Real talk, we can take the beef wherever we go. I bring it to your front door like I'm Uber Eats. I guarantee you listen up when this Ruger speaks. Plus I maneuver through these streets like a ghost, and I'm handy with the heat. I cook a nigga like a roast. On me, homie, this is not a boast. I will still come through, boy, and stop a nigga's post. Play him close, man, Eric will ease it. Quickly off the waistband, man, and Eric will squeeze it. Leave you niggas laid out dead or paraplegic. Niggas playing in these streets while I'm very strategic. I come to your house dressed like the gas man. Shoot you 9 times, leave you stretched by the trash can. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. I don't put shit on Facebook, I just holler in person. Put the pistol in your mouth while you're hollering in person. All that shit you kept rehearsing and put on your live, got your clap with the big 4-5. You bitch nigga, if you tell me to pull up, I'ma do that. That nigga who was whooping first nigga that I shoot at. Ski mask on my face, bystanders be like, who that? I ain't with the talking, bitch boy, I thought you knew that. Leave his brains where my shoe at and bounce like I'm on a trampoline. Leave you laid out, nigga, like you camping on the scene. If you want something sweet, grab a peach or tangerine. Niggas won't smoke, well fuck it, I'ma let them handle steam. AR with the beam, you see the red dot? We tug on this trigger, nigga, it'll make your head pop. Blood pouring down to your shoes, call it Red Sox. Your brains hanging all over your shoulders like some dreadlocks. Expect the gang of dead off if they ever cross the line. The Lord said in the Bible, oh, revenge is mine. So I'm just trying to find a righteous path between the two. Before I lose control and do the shit I used to do. This being humble shit is new. I'm trying to turn the other cheek, but I ain't never been a bitch, so watch your mouth when you speak. Your mercy's what I seek, so I pray on bended knees. Don't let me get the K with the extended clip and squeeze. Lord, please. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good Sunday morning. How are you all today? Man, everything looks like it's going good so far. It was cold out there this morning. Me and my people, man, we usually work out on Sunday mornings, man, and it was just too cold out here in LA. So we were trying to find a place, man. We usually work out right outside of Compton, but we couldn't get over there. Well, we could, but it was too windy, and I usually tape everything, man. And I don't like that wind sound on the cameras. So we just said, hey, we're going to postpone it. But that was my only issue today. That was really my only issue today, man. Today was beautiful, man. You know, my wife tried to get me to not leave the house. She said, I don't want a tree to fall on you. I said, ain't no tree gonna fall on me. And if it do, it do. Right? I mean, you know, I ain't gonna, what am I gonna do? Not go places because the wind's blowing? I said, man, nah, come on. She said, all right, you know, but, you know, she didn't like it. But, oh, well, you know what I mean? She's like some of y'all, man. She loved me anyway, so. She know I got this hard head, so she loved me anyway. Good morning, everybody, man. How you guys doing, man? I hope everybody's doing well. This is our first show in January, man. And hey, y'all, we just gonna talk about some of the trending topics today. So, Patrice sent me a good one, but I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save that one because I'm gonna put that together with something else, man. Yeah. I'm gonna, I had a good one, but I'm gonna save that one, because I don't know, man. We just got so many things that we could talk about right now, man. So many trending topics, man. So many things that are being understood and misunderstood, and we don't know what's going on. And then there's some things like I said, there's some things out here we don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on. Pardon my beard, y'all. Usually I shave, but I went to go work out this morning, and then I realized it's just too windy. Couldn't do it, man. So I was gonna shave when I got back here, but just y'all know how it is. Things happen, and then so here we are. So forgive me. I'll be better prepared next time. So but anyway, y'all still love me anyway. So all right, let's do some business, man. Shout out to Brother Eric, man. Better know 16 to life, man. This dude's page is blowing up, man. This dude is blowing up. Shout out to Brother Eric, man. Hope everything is good for you, man. Hope everything help you, able to take care of yourself even better than you even imagined. May God bless this brother, man. Good dude, man. Good-hearted dude. And, he's letting us use this music for free. So shout out to the brother, man. Shout out to Brother Eric. Go on, check his page out at 16 to Life, the YouTube page, and see if, he got merch. He's got songs. He's got comedy. He does a lot of different things, tells stories, a lot of different things, man. Very talented brother, man. So go check out Brother Eric, man. I'm going to put him down, man. Okay. That's Brother Eric. Okay, now, what we going to do before we get rolling, y'all, man, because we got a lot of stuff to get to. A lot of stuff to get to, but we don't got a lot of time. We got a lot of stuff to get to, so I got to get rolling, man. Let's check everybody in, and then we'll get rolling. We got Diamond Axe in the building. He said we need to put Nature Boy on this. Yeah, man, but I did a thing on Nature Boy, man. I got to see how that cracks off, man, because that was pretty disturbing. With the video I saw yesterday with Nature Boy, and I was like, I got to do something about this. It was really bad. It was really bad. Maybe Diamond, you're right. Maybe we might hit Nature Boy today. I don't know if we're gonna have the time, but we might hit Nature Boy today, man. Because that was, I don't know if you guys saw the video I dropped on Nature Boy yesterday, man. But it was disturbing is a nice way of putting it, man. I mean, golly, man. Woo, 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 woo. Man, if as bad as we all thought carbonation was, we had no clue. We had no clue how the depths of how just insane that place was, man. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Diamond said, Charleston White be saying some real, but I think he's off. Yeah, man. No. That's the football, they have a play called the razzle dazzle, right? They have everybody over here on this side, and you think the football is over there, but actually it's a dude running on the other side of the field with the football, and everybody's stuck over here. And by the time they figure out that guy's way over there, he's got a touchdown, right? That's called a razzle dazzle, man. This is just the razzle dazzle. That the truth, the things he says of truth, Charleston White, those are just to razzle dazzle you, man. That's just to razzle dazzle you. That's not nothing. He has no allegiance to the truth at all, right? He said himself, he said, I get on the internet and lie every day. That's it. That's him. This out of his own mouth, right? and which I have no problem. I'm not a judge. I'm not his judge, right? I can't judge Charleston, man. You know what I mean? I would put it like this. I'm not in a position to judge him. But what I am in a position to do is say, hey, man, you can't talk to no kids. We can't have you talking to kids, man. If you out there threatening our little prepubescent girls, and you threatening, you say that all Asians are going to go to hell and with the gays, hey, and then you come back and say I'm a Christian, or I'm not a. Well, he doesn't say he's a Christian, but he say he believe in God and believe in the Christian way, but he ain't a Christian, right? So a person like that's all over the road, man. They say, hey, look, what they're basically saying is, I want to be able to judge I want to be able to judge you, but I don't want you to be able to judge me. So don't hold me to the standard of a Christian. Don't hold me to the standard of a Muslim. Don't hold me to the standard of a Jew. Don't hold me to don't hold me to no religious standard. That way you can't hold me to no religious standard. I say I believe in that, but I'm not of that. I don't want to walk that walk. I don't want to put in the work that it's going to take to actually do that walk. And I don't, and the main reason is I don't want you to ever be able to attack me on any point. I want to be able to just float around and do whatever I want, but I want to be able to attack you. I want to be able to attack you and tell you what's good, what's right and wrong, but I don't want you to be able to attack me. So a guy like that, man, you know, Shaka Zulu, the movie, they said, man, they told the white boys, they said, hey, man, you have no nation, man. You don't have nobody. You know, you go with the dollar. You follow the dollar. You don't have no nation. You don't have nothing you really believe in, right? That was basically what he was telling the white boys, man. He said, man, y'all don't believe. Y'all just follow whoever can serve your purpose, right? So that's what y'all about. He said, y'all ain't about what's right and what's wrong. That's a guy like Charleston, man. He's just going to do whatever he can do to, you know, and we're going to get into Charleston today. We're going to get in a little bit, because he's a character, right? We're going to get into a little bit of Charleston. Y'all know y'all check my catalog, man. I done blown out Charleston just like I done blown out the Queen, right? I done blown her out. Got so many videos about them. Broke their whole situation down. But, you know what I mean? People still love them, right? And I don't mean to make the people hate them. I just want the people to be aware of them so that they can make the proper movement around them, right? That's all. I don't hate Princella. I don't hate Charleston. You know what I mean? But I just have to tell the truth on them, right? I feel like, hey, excuse me, especially Charleston. So many young men that are looking at Charleston saying, hey, man, this is the way to go, man. You know, and I feel like Charleston is a way greater threat to us than the Queen Maker. So I feel like, hey, man, he has to be hey, I don't want to stop his money. I just want him to not talk to kids. That's my only problem with Charleston, man. He want to go around and talk about, I'm a child advocate. You ain't no child advocate. Stop it. I've invited Charleston here many times. But the number one thing is he's not going to never come here because we're just going to hit his ass with the truth. And we just hit him with the truth after the truth after the truth after the truth. They're going to do like all these people with Cat Williams. Oh, well, he got the timelines wrong. Or he, they ain't saying he lying. They just say, well, the same thing they did to Mr. Farker. Oh, he just got this wrong. He's not, see, he's a hater. That's what, they just try to flip it on you and say, oh, well, you got this, and so that's what they try to do with, that's what they try to do to Cat. That's what they try to do to, Mr. Farker. That's even what they try to do to Jesus. They try to do to Jesus. Hey, they try to do the same thing to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, right? They try to do the same thing to Prophet. They said, hey, Jesus was riding on a nasty old donkey, right? They say, man, hey, man, if God was with you, how come you rolling on this donkey, man? How come you ain't got a bright Arabian stallion that you can ride? That thing don't need to drink no water for like 5 days. How come you don't have one of those? They did the same thing to Prophet Muhammad. They said, hey, if you're a prophet of God, how come the apples and oranges don't just fall out the sky at your feet? But it's the people, man. The people are so caught up, man. They said, this is what I was talking about when I was talking about the value system, man. 2024, we're going to have to, those of us that want to make our lives better and less drama filled, right? Now, some of us is addicted to the drama. We don't want to live without it, right? Okay, some of us are. That's your choice. That's our choice, individual choice. But there's some of us like myself, man, I don't want no drama. As I get older, I'm trying to remove the drama from my life, man. I really don't. I really don't want no drama, right? I done had enough drama in life. I'm just an old man. I want to fish, kiss my granddaughter on the forehead, and ride my motorcycles. Occasionally get together with my family, right? My YouTube family, my what do you call that? Blood family. Hey, man, and that's it. the only thing the recurring theme in my life is I'm trying to thank God as much as I can. Anytime I think about it, man, I try to do it. Try to thank God, man, for pulling me out of the ridiculousness that I was involved in, man. Right? That's what I'm trying to do, man. You know, I don't want no more drama, man. I don't want no more drama. I don't want to. I'll listen to your drama, but you know, I had a friend, man. I had a friend call me Friday. Man. Out of the blue. I've been looking for this dude for about a year, and I couldn't find him. And so I ran into his son. We all worked the same place. So I ran into his son, right? I ran into his son. I said, hey, man, tell your father to give me a call. Tell your father to give me a call. He said, I will. Out of the blue, this man called me probably about a month or so later, right? Out of the blue. He said, hey, big brother, how you doing? I said, I'm good. How you doing? He said, man, I'm trying to hang in there. I said, what's wrong, man? He said, man, I said, I've been looking for you, man. I couldn't find you, man. They said you hadn't gotten in or whatever. He said, I've been out for about a year. I said, wow, you've been out for a year? He said, yeah. He said, man, my shoulders are bone to bone with my clavicle. Excuse me. They're bone to bone. And so the bones are touching. He said, I drank so much alcohol, brother, that I rotted out the cartilage in my bones, right? I mean, rotted out the cartilage in my situation, right? And so I was like, wow. Hey, how you doing, sis? You okay, because I wasn't looking for you yesterday. I was like, where'd she go? That's all right. Did you get what you need to get done? Yes. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, so I'm looking for him, right? And I was like, what? No. He was telling me his shoulders are touching the bones in here. He done rotted out the cartilage from drinking alcohol for so many years, right? He's probably about a year and a half younger than me, maybe 2 years younger than me, right? But he looked good, man. Looked like he's in his 30s, right? I think this brother's I don't know if he's Mexican or Cuban or something like that. But he always was a weightlifting dude, man. He's always a weightlifting cat. So and always was drinking those shakes and all that. But he hit that alcohol, man. Woo. He hit that alcohol hard, man. He would party, right? So he was telling me, man, I had to go get an operation, man. I got to go to the operation because his bones, I can't even lay down, man. I can't do nothing without being in excruciating pain. I said, dang, wow. So he's telling me, man, he said, man, they gave me so much cortisone. I don't even feel it no more. The cortisone don't work for me no more. Now, let me tell y'all something about cortisone, man. That stuff is powerful, man. It's powerful. You can get a cortisone shot and be like, I don't need another one for like 4 or 5 months, right? He said, bro, brother, they're giving me these cortisone shots. He said, that don't even work for me no more. I was like, uh-oh. He spent his time on hard drugs, so he know what that's about. And so I said, man, wow, man. And so then he's telling me that the operation they gave him, man, didn't really do anything. And they want to do the same operation to the other shoulder. So he's saying, I don't want to let him do the other shoulders, because if I let him do the other shoulder, he said, I have 2 shoulders out of whack, right? I'm sitting there listening to him, right? I thought I had I thought I had problems when I woke up. When that money, I was like, oh man, I got to pay my insurance bill. I got to pay this. I got to pay that. All this stuff, right? This dude got major surgery, right? We're talking about the Dominican route, John Dijon type of surgery, man. Major surgery, right? but he ain't feeling it, man. He ain't feel. Then on top of that, I'm listening to that going, wow, man, that's terrible. Then he tells me, you know, brother, I lost my oldest boy in October. I go, what? He said, yeah. He said, my oldest boy, man, he just drank himself to death, basically. I said, what? He said, man, you know, he said, like, all my sons are really into drinking, right? They drink a lot. He said, but my oldest one was, you know, kind of like me, you know, he drink a lot. He said, he was so bad, in such a bad condition. He had lost like 100 pounds. He said his liver was gone. He was on the list to get a liver transplant. His kidneys was gone. This your child. This your oldest child. He said his liver was gone, man. He said he was on the list. When they finally found a liver for him, he was in such bad condition that they told him, we can't do it. You ain't gonna survive the surgery. Holy smokes. He said, so, brother, I had to bury my son in October. He said, my girlfriend left me. I said, what? I thought you guys was doing pretty good. He said, of course, all this stress. He said, she's gone. She left. And I knew he really liked this girl, right? She, unfortunately, I had told him, I said, man, she was a coworker. At the time he got with this chick, we were actually all working together, you know, at the same building. And I said, man, that's a bad idea, man. I wouldn't do that if I was you. He said, brother, I gotta have her. I gotta have her. Right. And I said, okay. I said, okay. I mean, she was a cute little sister, man. So I said, okay. Right. I said, okay. But you know what I'm saying? You rolling the dice on that one, man. You know my feelings about, you know, working and having women at work. That's, to me, that is a no-go, man. That's just something you just don't do, right? So I have never seen, I won't say never. I haven't seen too many times where somebody said, hey, yeah, this worked out great. Right? I know a couple guys that met their wives at work, but typically it does not go good. Right? So anyway, he was telling me all this stuff, man. And he said it all happened all around the same time. And I was like, wow. And he said, man, you know, I don't know what to do. And I said, man, this is what I'm gonna do, man. I said, brother, brother, I love you. I never told him that before. I said, brother, I love you. I said, I'm gonna pray for you. As soon as we get off this phone, I'm gonna pray for you, man. You and your family. I said, but if there's anything else I could do, he said, you know what he said? He said, man, just us having this conversation helped me a lot, man. Just us having this conversation. Brothers and sisters, that's what it's all about. Yeah, we come on here, we get online and do it. But when you have somebody that's feeling so bad and you can get them another step to step on. Because I knew he wasn't going. I know him, right? I know this dude, man. I've known this dude for probably about 15 years, right? So I know him. When we were just regular workers at that time, right? But so I know he's not a, you know, hey brother, let me take you to church person. He's not that guy, right? You know, but I knew he was searching. He was searching. I could see, I could feel, the energy that he had. He was searching. He was searching for some kind of way to, and so the way I introduced God into him and say, not, hey man, come on, go to church. Come on, pray with me, pray with me, pray with me, pray with me. Some people ain't ready for that, right? So you got to introduce it like this. Hey brother, I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you. And then maybe that might say to them, man, you know what? If he could pray for me, maybe I could pray for my own self, right? I could pray for my own self. And maybe that might start him on his path to try to, find God, right? So, I mean, that's what it's really about, y'all. When we hung up, man, I prayed for him and his family, man. I pray for him and his family right here in this office. Pray for him. Why? Why did you do that, Clarence? You didn't need to do that. There ain't even no money involved. There wasn't even no cameras. We don't need to do everything for the camera. We don't need to do everything for the views, right? We need to do some of the stuff because it needs to be done. I agree with Cat Williams on that. Some stuff just needs to be done. And who's going to step in there, right? Jesus said the harvest is ripe. The harvest is ripe, but the laborers are few. Who's going to step out there, right? Who's going to step out there? And why we ain't going to step out there? Because we scared, man. I'm not telling no other grown man I love you. Okay, don't do it. You got something to prove. Okay, you got something to prove. Okay, don't do it. See, Brother Clarence ain't got nothing to prove, man. I've been on a gurney. I've been on a hospital bed many, many times. I've been carried out my house a couple of times. I've been in car accidents where I should have been dead. I've been almost dead plenty of times. I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. I ain't got nothing to prove. I've been in scraps. For the nation. I've been in scraps on my own. What else could I go through besides death? I done been through all this stuff. That done scraped all that vanity and scraped all that ego away. I don't have nothing to prove to nobody. Right? I'm just your little brother. Try to point you to the yellow brick road. I want to live better, Clarence. I want a better life. That's what this man was telling me. See, you gotta be able to interpret. When people are seeking God, they seeking God. I got this issue. I got this issue. I got this issue, and I got this issue. What are they telling you? They telling you they're looking for peace. Peace is the order. Peace is the consistent order that everything flows through so that we can get the maximum positive result every time. That's peace, right? H2O is going to be water all the time. No matter where in this universe you go, that's consistently going to be the same. That's peace. That's order. On that, we can build other stuff, right? But we can't have disorder, okay? Today, H2O equals water. Tomorrow, H2O equals something else. We can't build on that. We can't have no consistent, we can't have no order like that, right? Well, today, the earth is going to spin for 24 hours and 56 minutes, right? 23 hours and 56 minutes, right? Okay. Tomorrow, it's going to be, 13 hours and, 15 minutes. We can't build on that. So, beloved, I want you to know, man, there's people, the people are searching. They're searching for peace. They want peace in their life. And they looking to us to give it to them. Not give them the peace, but show them the road. Show them to how they can get to the peace giver. Right? And they're going to look at us and inspect us. And we got to come off real. Can't be saying, yes, I am Brother Clarence. I never make a mistake because I follow Islam. What? Where's your beard? Oh, you don't have a beard. Oh, well, then you're not doing real Islam. This is what they tell us here, right? They tell us in the nation, you're not following real Islam. This is a real Islam has the beard. Right? You don't have the beard, right? Right? This is what they tell us. You know what I mean? But I'm Brother Clarence. I never make a mistake because I'm following a real Islam. Oh, man, right. But what's the point? they're going to look for us. They look for us. And when I say us, I mean those of us that are willing to say, God has helped me in my life. Maybe it's not maybe he can't help you. It's maybe you should give him a try. He can help you. There's no question about that. It's maybe you should give him a try. That's what you should do if you really want to live better, right? Because money ain't gonna make you happy, cars ain't gonna make you happy, girls ain't gonna make you happy. All that stuff's going to do is prolong the inevitable, where you have to face the music of what type of person you actually are inside. When the cars are gone, the girls are gone, the money's gone, what kind of person are you actually inside? And when they bury you, they're not gonna bury them houses and them cars in there with you. You ain't an Egyptian. They ain't gonna bury your servants with you. It's just gonna be you in that box or whatever, right? It's gonna be you. And your spirit gonna have to deal with everything else that happens after that, right? So that stuff ain't going nowhere with you. I enjoy it. If you have it, enjoy it. I'm not telling you not to get things. Enjoy it. Get some benefit out of this life while you living. I'm not telling you not to do that. But what I'm telling you is the greatest part of your life is you can help one of God's people up out of the mess you can pull them up out of the mess they in. You can be a part of that process. That's really what this life is about. All these cars and money and this and that. You know what? When it's all said and done, who can you call? I can literally pick up the phone right now, call 6 or 7 people right now and say, I got this issue, I got this problem. What you think about it? And I respect all of their opinions, man. I could literally do that. And I'm not talking about family. I'm talking about people I met on YouTube. Hey, what you think about this? They may all have different opinions, but I would respect them all, right? Do we have that? Do a lot of us have that? A lot of us don't have that. Because we're not real people. We're not genuine people. So we don't expect the other person to be genuine either. So we interact with each other very ungenuine like, right? Come on, family. Come on, family. Love and peace are the 2 things that we need the most in this life. Love and peace. How can you love yourself and you know that you could help somebody and you didn't help them? And I'm not talking about giving them $500,000 or mortgaging your house. No. I'm talking about just helping somebody with a good word, saying, "Hey, you can do better." How, Brother Clarence? How can I do better? Can you help me? Can you help me? I can't help you, but I know who can help you. And I'm just here. I want to point you to that person, right? I don't know everything, and I'm not all powerful. The power I got is from him. He's the one that gave me the power. So what you looking at is his work after he took a mess like me and he's still working on me, still getting the dust off of me, right? Talk about dusty. But you know, that's what this life is all about, brother. Reaching out and helping. And we had a man that showed us that, right? Man comes here, man tries to help people. All he does is all we know from his life that we got in the Bible is him helping people. I help this person, help that person, help this person, help this person. Literally, excuse me, literally snatching people from the jaws of death. Literally. What do you get for it? Right? Now, if you're a person that only looks at what's in your hand, tangible, you say, he didn't get nothing for it, Clarence. That was dumb. Right? Okay? That's one way of looking at it. But that just lets you know that your spirit hasn't been unlocked yet, right? Your spirit, you're looking at things just with the natural eye and not with the spiritual eye, where you can see where there's things that you can get spiritually that'll help you in this life from understanding certain principles, and a lot of the principles that he taught when he was here, right? But we can't, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say, man, 2024, man, is the year of when, man, I'm telling you, all of this stuff, we're going to have to decide, family. We're going to have to decide. I'm not saying you can't talk to the sex worker. I'm not saying you can't talk to the pimp. I'm not saying you can't talk to the gangbanger and the, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you can't talk to them people. What I'm saying is you can't be hanging out with them, as TD Jakes just found out. You can't be hanging out with them. When they go into what they're going into, man, you're going to have to make a decision and say, okay, at this point, I got to make my move. I can't hang out at this point, right? Because I'm not about this. And if I am about this, then I need to stop talking about, helping people. I need to just try to help myself. I'm not judging nobody. If that's how you do. I'm talking to the people that want to live better. I'm talking to the people that want a better life for themselves. And the better life is not being so connected to the things of value of this society: money, cars, girls, what they call the finer things in life. We all want better things in life. That's no problem. But those things should not be above the mission that God has for us, because we all got a mission. The only question is, are you going to accept your mission? You know why them people out there on drugs? You know why them people out there in alcoholism? You know why them people out there doing, getting drunk with sex? You know why? They running from their mission. They're running from their mission. And they can't get no peace in their mind because they running from it. So they need something to help try to stabilize them. Something to distract them from that mission crying in their head. The mission is saying, hey, Clarence, we got a job to do over here. And so to drown that mission out, they got to get on drugs. To drown that mission out, I got to sleep with another woman. I got to sleep with another woman. I got to sleep with another man. I got to sleep with another man, right? They're trying to drown that mission out. God telling them, hey, I mean, that the God in them is telling them, hey, what about our mission? What about our mission? We got people to help. We got people out here dying and suffering in the streets. You can't get them all, but you could get a couple of them. You could grab a couple of them. That's all. Just grab a couple of them. But because the devil have worked on them so bad, and told them that, hey, you ain't nothing. You ain't nobody. Who gonna listen to you? You ain't even graduate high school. You ain't even got no college degree, right? Who gonna listen to you? Huh? Right? They it's just, so they create doubt. They create doubt in us. Shout out to Marcus. I'm gonna check everybody in just a minute, man. But I got on the roll right now. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm gonna get off the roll. We're gonna get busy. But our people, man, are suffering in the street. They're suffering. And we could help them. But some of us ain't listening to that mission, right? They're out there on drugs, man, because like I said, the mission is calling them. God inside of them is calling them, saying, hey, we got to get on our mission. and that person hook up with these demons. Demons said, don't listen to them. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go to the bar tonight. We're going to get drunk. We're going to get drunk, and then we're going to get us some girls. And that's what we're going to do, y'all. That's what we're going to do. Before you know it, you riding shotgun in your own body. You don't even make no decisions. These demons is in you that they make the decisions for you. I don't really want to go here. You going. There's going to be a lot of people there. It's going to be a lot of industry people there, whatever, right? And you're going to bump elbows, and then next thing you know, they're going to have a lot of alcohol there. And it's going to be on and popping. I'm telling y'all, then this is the year when we have to decide what's going to happen, because it's going to intersect with the trajectory of our lives. It's going to intersect with the trajectory of our lives, man. Whatever you decide to do in this hour, it's going to weigh where you're going to land, maybe in 5 years, in 10 years, where you're going to land. Because the more, see, not only are good things opening up, not only are the churches opening back up, but the places of evil is opening back up, man. Evil is kicking back in. You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. Evil is gearing up. God already been on his post, but evil is getting back in. Evil is kicking up back up, and evil's gonna get in a row, because evil, for whatever reason, man, evil can always fall down, get back up, and hit the ground moving, right? But we got to be like God. God hit the ground, and the ground rumbles, right? So I'm telling y'all, man, we got to get the energy of God in us, man. Where, man, a lot of times, man, people will come to me with, I noticed that the more I allow God into my life, the less really wicked people came across my, radar. You know what I'm saying? when I had God, but I didn't understand or study at the level that I'm at today. So, wicked people was able to breach my circle, right? Come in and, but now, man, dudes look at me, man, they don't even, not like I'm all tough and big and bad. It's just, they can see the look on my face like, man, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. And I don't carry myself like I could have $10 million in the bank. Nobody would never know, because I don't roll like that. I never would roll like a Benzo, or I might get a Benzo, but I wouldn't roll like that on a daily basis. I'd probably just have a regular 4-cylinder little bitty car, right? And just go do my thing, move around, because like I said, man, see me, now this is my personal thing. I like to move among the people. I like to be among the people. I try to be like Jesus, like Prophet Muhammad. They was not dusty to be dusty, but they was just wanting to be able to move among the people, right? And the people not looking at them saying, "Oh, you a prophet of God, so I know you got money. I know you got money somewhere." Or, "You God's son, I know you got money. I know you got a stack somewhere. What's going on?" No, he said, "Hey, man, I'm living like you. And I'm here to show you, living like you can get out of where you at. You can still live better, even though you might not have no mansions and nothing like that, right?" Anyway, I wanted to tell y'all that story, family, because I really feel like, man, so many things are going to happen in this year. That's going to really, we're going to have to decide, who we with, personally. I'm not saying, family. I'm just saying personally and spiritually, you're going to have to decide. You're going to have to decide. Clarence, what you know? I know. I'm telling you what I know. We all gonna have to decide. I'm sitting up here telling you all this stuff, but they ain't approached me with that millions of dollars yet. Right? I'm talking. It's easy to talk. Oh, if they gave me $1 million, I would do this and I would do that. Really? It's easy to say. It's easy to say. Some of y'all talk about these preachers, man, so bad. Some of y'all talk about these preachers so bad. You have no clue the kind of situations they get involved with just because they're trying to help people, man. They have good intentions. And then because they got a character defect, that the demons is able to mislead them into some type of wickedness because they got a character defect that opened the door for the demons. Which one of us ain't got no character defect? That's why it killed me, man, when people start throwing rocks at people. You know, we make fun. We all make fun. But I'm talking about really throwing rocks at somebody. One of these pastors, one of these preachers that messed up, have no clue. Some of them start out with the best intentions. But all the demon need is a little crack in the door. That's all they need. That's all they need is a little crack in the door. And you know what they do? All they do is they search your spirit and your inners for your desires. And when they find one of your desires that is high but not getting fulfilled, that's where they're gonna attack you. That's where they're gonna attack you. So Clarence, we all got desires that I know. That's why we need God. God is gonna help us to temper that. God is gonna help us to when we are like, damn, yeah, look at that young girl. She look good. My wife ain't been hitting the hairdresser. She ain't been dressing like that in 20 years. Little sister come over to you. Hi, how you doing? I see you. You looking nice. Next thing you know, you talking, and next thing you know, you're meeting for lunch. I mean, it's just a process, man, that goes on, man. But those are insecurities we got to fix so that when we know somebody's sincere about what they're saying or they running a game on us just to play, we got to know all this stuff, man. Sincerity counts. Look at me, man. I done went on for an hour, man. And because man, y'all my people, man. I know that, you know, we all need encouragement sometimes. We all need encouragement, man, to stay on the post. Right? So I'm just saying, man, let's get to work, family. Let's get to work. But know that it's coming. The test is coming. Right? The Quran said like this. O you who believe, do you think you will not be tried on what you say? You're not gonna be tried. You think you're not gonna be tried on what you said, on what you believe? Right? Right? You think you're not gonna be tried? Everybody gonna be tried. You're not gonna get away. You're not gonna get away. Everybody gonna be tried. So some people gonna cover that voice, the God in them calling them to say, hey, our mission is this way. The fight is this way. Where you going? Right? And so we going the other way, right? We don't want to get into the fight. So we start drinking or doing drugs or sex or whatever, right? Right. So now we gotta get right. Because 2024, if you haven't, you never know. Now the things are opening up, opportunities gonna come. Boom, just like that. Look at Patrice. Boom, just like that. Just like that. Opportunity open, the door open right for you. Perfect job, perfect situation, everything, right? So we gotta stay close to our little sister, man. We gotta make sure she stay on the right track, right? Anybody, like I told y'all, anybody could get pulled down in a wicked world like this. Anybody. Even Patrice, she's so sweet and loving. Yeah. Even her. Even anybody. Even me. Even you. Even anybody out here. That's why we got to stay close together, man. We got to stay close together because we got to be there. Right? Somebody call you, somebody could call you and say, hey, look, I need to talk to you. Like the brother called me out the blue. Call me out the blue. Brother, I got all this going on. What is he saying? He's saying, I'm crying, man. I'm crying. Right? The Bible says the one in the wilderness crying out. In the wilderness crying out. This is a wild situation we in, man. It's wild. Ain't no rules out here. That's why I'm talking to y'all about situational awareness. That's why we're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about retirement. We're going to talk about a lot of different stuff this year, man, because this world is wild, man. It's wild. It's just wicked and wild. Diamond said, I'm perfect. Oh, okay, Diamond. We know that already. We know that already, Diamond. Diamond was a city on the hill, right? Maybe Diamond will be at the front gate, right? Have you ever been arrested? Well, that one time, make a U-turn right here. But I just came to visit my mom. Make a U-turn. We don't allow black people that have been arrested up in here, right? Shout out to Diamond. But I'm saying, man, we gotta be ready, man. Our people are suffering. We gotta be ready. They're gonna come looking for sincere people. I think me and my team, man, we try to be really sincere. We ain't perfect. Don't get me wrong. We done had some knockouts back behind the scenes, right? But the love is there, and that's what we can rebuild on, and we can keep going on. You know what I mean? It's like any other family, man. We get into it sometimes, right? Y'all don't ever see that, but we get into it sometimes. But I'm just saying, there's not one of them that I'm going to leave on the field, right? They might have a shot in them, they might have a bullet in them. I'm going to get them, right? And I feel like they're the same way with me. Matter of fact, I done been in a couple scraps where they came. And right, Patrice, Vaughn, Rico, and all of them really, but Patrice, Vaughn, and Rico actually been there, right? He told me, don't go to do this, right? And I said, oh, I'm going. He said, man, you ain't got nothing to prove. I know, but I'm just going anyway. I gave my word. See, my word is very important to me. So I gave my word already. So Patrice and Vaughn like, okay, that's what you want to do, then that's what you gonna do. Then you go do that. I said, okay. I go to this place and I look at the chat. There's Patrice and Vaughn out there elbowing everybody, elbowing people in the chat, kicking people in the chat, kneeing people in the chat, right? It's just going to show you, man, people, sometimes they say they love you, but you really don't know it until they show you, until you see it, right? Until you see it. I thought they was mad at me, right? And here they are, they bow, 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 bow in the chat, right? Right? But I'm just saying, man, this year we are going to be presented with opportunities, or may be presented with opportunities that we never thought would ever come our way, right? Got to be careful, y'all. Got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? We got to stick together because you never know what's happening. You never know what's going to happen. All right? And the only thing we got is each other. The only thing we got is each other, right? Sometimes we're going to have to just, push forward, right? But all we got to climb up on is each other. Like I told you that story. I told you the brother was telling me about all these bad things that happened to him. He didn't want nobody to tell. He didn't want me to say, "Hey, brother, I'm gonna take you to church." I know that's not what he wants. What he wants is, I'll pray for you, brother. I'll pray for you. That's what he wanted. He didn't want, no, take me to church, give me some money. He didn't want none of that. He just wanted somebody to just listen. And he really wanted to connect to God, but he don't know how. He don't know how because he done fought his whole life. Some of our people fought that their whole life, right? And they justify it with, well, since this preacher didn't follow God, therefore God don't work because that person didn't follow. No. Christianity, like Islam, like Judaism, they're garments. It's a garment. Every person's going to fit this garment differently. And you find two Muslims, one Muslim going to fit it one way, it's going to fit good on him. And the other one, he might have it dirty. He might have some spaghetti stains on it. He might, you know what I'm saying? It's all how you wear it. It's how you produce, how you flow from it, right? I just did that video yesterday, Diamond. I just did that video. I just dropped that yesterday. I might talk about that today, but I already spent the hour, man, going. The Great Pill says stains. Yeah, man. Hey, you look at everything and you say to yourself, man, dog, what's going on? This is a Muslim? This is a Christian? This is a Jew? And then you see another Jew and you say, oh, wow, okay. He got his thing down. See a Muslim, oh, he got his thing down. You see a Christian, oh, he got his thing down. Right? So we can't judge how another person wear their Islam. We can't judge how another person wear their Christianity, how another person wear their Judaism. We can't judge how another person connects to God because they're connecting to God is under their circumstances that they grew up under. You connecting to God, man, you had two parents, a nice house, everything was warm, everything's paid for, you got toys on Christmas. Then you got somebody like Rico, man, where shit, the firemen came to his house and they saw how dusty the situation was. The firemen brought presents to them. Gotta be thankful, y'all. We gotta be thankful. All right, Charles. Let me move on with the story. Let me move on with the show. Let me check everybody in, man, because I have just been talking for an hour, man. I ain't even got started with the show yet. Oh man. Okay, I already checked in, Diamond. That LTD is too much for you, Sister Annie. Don't even try it. I know you like Jeffrey Osborne, but LTD is too much for you. It's just too much. Shout out to Sister Eddie. Sister Eddie's in the building. Shout out to Sister Eddie, good sister. Excuse me, Brother Clint. I know something about LTD and Jeffrey Osborne. Okay. Maybe you do, sister. Maybe you do. Von Bryant is in the building. Shout out to Von Bryant. Glad to have you in the building, brother. Do you know about LTD, Brother Vaughn? Nah, that's before Brother Vaughn's time. I don't want to expose him and show that he's only 40 years old. I don't want to expose him like that. Shout out to Von Bryant. Glad to have you in the building, brother. Who else is in the building? Our resident sniper is in the building. Pow, pow. Risa Neal's in the building. Okay, so Risa is here, right? So now y'all know, man, anybody that's want to troll, we don't mind you coming in, asking questions, being funny and stuff like that. We don't mind that, right? But we got somebody, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, that will pull you up out of here, man, before you even, man. Remember, like, beam me up, Scotty. You get beamed up before you even realize what happened, right? You might have a good one, right? You might have a good one. Brother Clash, your head is so big, I can't even see I can see the glasses and it. All right, or your hat is so great. Why you got that big old hat and the little head, right? Right? You might have a good one going, but when it becomes personal, I think we got somebody that's, Reese's one of them shoot first, ask questions later type people. So I would really, if you're lucky, you might get a warning. Hey, just, if you're lucky. Many times people don't get no warning. So just, watch out. Reese's real good people, man, but she don't play. Especially when we're doing these shows like what we're doing today on a Sunday show. You might or you might not get a warning. Who knows? But shout out to Risa. Glad to have you to build, sis. Man, see, my family's here, man. Okay, I already checked everybody. I think OG Patrice in the building. Shout out to OG Patrice is in the building. Shout out to my sister, man. My sister, she is out there, man. She's doing her thing out there, man. Want y'all to congratulate Patrice, man. She's out there doing her thing, and you know, we just gotta stay keep Patrice in your prayers, man, because she's in an industry, man, where things could things get ugly, man. So man, we got to keep a hedge of protection on that sister, right? Shout out to Marcus, by the way. Marcus Castillo, I'm glad to have you in the building, my brother. Good to see you. Me and Rico took that L that y'all dropped on us, man. We took it gracefully. I think so, right? Oh man, shout out to Marcus. Who else is in the building? Let's see. Who else? The Great Pill podcast in the building. Shout out to the Great Pill. Yeah, Great Pill. We took that L, man. So, you know, don't worry about it, man. You guys, whenever you guys want to do a round two and drop another L on us, just let us know. Shout out to the Great Pill. By the way, if you haven't already subscribed to the Great Pill podcast, go over there and check him out, man. Good dude, man. Just like Marcus, real good people, man. Real good people. Marcus said, "You're right, bro. See, be careful of the new modern world. Definitely a lot of wickedness." Yeah, man. That's the point I'm making, Marcus. That, you know, there's gonna be some things that look like they're a benefit to you, but it actually is gonna be, you're gonna have to kick in on your soul. You know, you have to give up one of your virtues, right, to participate. And whenever you have to make a deal like that, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Right? You can stand up on your own. You can do your own thing, man, as long as you know what you're doing. Practice, and, you know, look at Cat Williams, man. He ain't on none of these he ain't got no major distribution deal, but look at him, man. The dude did a lot. Got his own specials, owns all his own material, owns everything. Right? He may not be his face everywhere, but guy's got a lot, man. And he's right. Ain't no movie that he's ever been in not been funny and lost money. So when you got a resume like that, man, you can do a lot, man. You can do a lot. Diamond said, honestly, I don't care how bad your past is. You're willing to improve for a better tomorrow. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Diamond's gonna be sitting at that guardhouse with the fingerprint machine right there. Okay, yeah, I'm here to see my mama. Oh, okay. Just drive up and put your hand on this. Put your fingertips on this thing right here, right? Shout out to Diamond. Let's see. Who else is in the building? I think that's everybody who wants to be checked in. Yeah, that's everybody who wants to be checked in. Okay, so let's get moving, y'all, because we got a lot to go. We got a lot to go on. We got a lot to get to, man, and I already I already spent one of our hours talking about this issue, so we got to get moving. Okay, first of all, man, we got to talk about something like yesterday. I don't know if yesterday you guys remember we talked about Nature Boy. As a matter of fact, let me do this, man. Let me do this. Let me do this because let me bring this down, man, because you know what? I did a video yesterday. Yesterday about Nature Boy, and you know what? I think I'm gonna put that out there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put that out there. And show a little bit of it, man. Now, what I'm warning y'all, this is a little graphic, right? This is a little graphic that we're gonna watch here. But let me pull Nature Boy up, and we're gonna. Man, it was terrible, man. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. This is a little bit of Nature Boy. Okay, I do the what do you call that? I do the hit parade, but I'm gonna talk about Nature Boy real quick, man. Man, ugly situation yesterday, man. All right, let's just hear from Nature Boy a little bit. Let's take a look at what this demon had to say.
You know why I don't let kids around me, other people kids around me? Because
what's going on here?
When I see my son, We naked together. I take back
Nobody can hear that, right?
in front of my kids.
What's going on? Hold on, y'all. Let me see what's going on. Let me see what is really going on here. Yeah, should be. What's going on?
My son be breastfeeding and I'll be making love to his mom.
Let's see if we can do this again. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on here. We got this shit. Demon had to say. What's going on?
You know why I don't let kids around me, other people kids around me? Because the way I am. When I see my son, this is how I treat my son.
I don't know what's happening, y'all.
I take bath with my kids.
I don't know what's going on.
With my kids. I have
volume
sex
is
in
low.
front of
Yeah,
my kids.
I'm trying to figure out the piece.
Be breastfeeding,
You guys can
I'll be
hear
making love to his mom.
I know you heard what he said. I know you heard what he said. Let me check the settings real quick. I don't understand how he thought that was going to be helpful to his children, for his children to be around while he's making love to his wife or woman or whatever, right? How was that helpful to the child? See, when we had these children, we forgot, man, that the child is supposed to be the most important thing. Once they come into the world, they're supposed to be the most important thing. I got everything up. But this social media told you, children ain't the most important thing. All right, y'all, I'm keep working. It's getting your rocks. It's getting your kicks in life. That's the most important thing. F these children, right? Okay. The other one, did YouTube block it? I don't know. Okay, y'all, let me do this. Y'all. I don't know what's going on, man. Maybe YouTube blocked it. Let me see, because that was a heavy one right there, man. Let's see. Let me bring it back around. We can see if we can bring it back around, y'all. Here we go. What the heck? Okay, let me do this. Let me see what's happening. All right. Y'all tell me if y'all can hear this. Y'all tell me if y'all can hear it. Y'all tell me if y'all can hear this. Yeah, you heard him right. He said he let his son come and grab his penis, and they laugh about it. Oh, okay. I can't. I have no words to say, man. I mean, this is evil in its purest form. This man is evil perfected. I mean, just evil, just wicked. It's wicked. Let me get to the part. Intentionally wicked, where he's talking about his son, man. But Clarence, you know, he was abused. Let's see the rest of it.
Here, I make love to their mama right in front of them, like a real man. That's how I get down, homie. I think I am.
How are you a real man? By what do you call that? Opening up their curiosity to sex before it's supposed to be. I'm doing a good job, right? Okay. All right. It all gets worse, y'all. It gets worse. Let's continue.
That's how I get down around kids. I try to keep their purity. My son comes up and grabs my penis. I let him grab my penis. I say, yeah, look, you got one too. And he laughing. And the moment is over. It's
yeah, you heard him right. Oh, I know you guys heard that, right? I know you guys heard that. Fortunately for the children of Carbon Nation, man, this dude is locked up, right? I think it's the feds that got him, so I think he's gonna be locked up for a while, right? He got some ARP charges. I don't even think they got to the child M charges yet. So I mean, he's got a lot He's got a lot of questions, not to answer some questions. You know, he's got to answer some questions. But ay. So what am I saying? Oh well, don't send nobody to Nature Boy. No. It's not Nature Boy. Nature Boy is just one of these dudes. These dudes are everywhere. These kind of dudes are everywhere. So we got to keep our eyes open. Hold on, y'all, man. Hold on. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, man. So we can't be having guys like this around. That's why I'm saying if you know, you got to do something. We got to do something. Well, Clarence, I'm not a reporter. I'm not a court ordered person that does. It don't matter. If you even suspect something is happening, you got to step in there. We got to step in there. The time where we could just sit back and be like, oh no, I ain't gonna say nothing. No. You know how many adults was around while this dude had children grabbing his penis? And they just let it happen. They didn't say nothing. Because you know why? He replaced their value system with an even worse value system. So to be a part of the community, you have to abide by this value system that said whatever this man did was okay. Just like pretty much any other cult, right? At some point, the cult leader becomes all-knowing, all-wise, and can do everything, whatever he want to do, right? But we can't do that, y'all. We can't. We gotta step in. And I'm saying in a weirdo situation like that, obviously they should have said something, right? But sometimes, man, this kind of person is in your own backyard, right? The dance teacher, the tennis coach, the volleyball coach, the basketball coach, the dance instructor, whatever, right? The math tutor, whatever. These people is out here, man, and we got to keep our eyes open, right? Because they're when they see your children, and some of us, we don't live with our children, right? Unfortunately, didn't work out. Whatever was going on didn't work out, and so we don't live with our children. So, man, our children, we won't find out what's going on. We don't find out about it in real time. We might find out about it later when the mother remember or when the father remembers to tell her. Who knows? But we got to be ever present in that child, right? We got to keep talking. That's why we got to connect especially as Black men. We got to connect with our children. We got to stay connected to them, right? Because if we don't stay connected to them, this is what these predators are looking for, the absence of the father. I played that. I got that short where that guy, that Chomo, said the first thing he looked for was the involvement of the father. If the father was heavily involved with the child, he wouldn't even approach that child. What's that telling us, man? That's a cheat code. A Chomo giving us a cheat code. If we want our children to have less, be less attacked by these Chomos, and they don't attack them straight running at them. They attack them through the way the devil attacks you is by creating conflict in your head. Hey, this is supposed to happen, and you're supposed to get this as a result for it. But you didn't get that, and you did a good thing, and you didn't get nothing in return for it. This system of value system don't work. Use mine. In my value system, this is the devil talking. In my value system, you always get something for what you did. Right? That's why they say, hey, so they come out with this, hey, if you're going to take somebody out to dinner, you should get something for it, right? Not you should get that you spent time with another human being, and that human being helped you to forget your day. You helped them to forget their day. You should get something for it. If I take you out, I'm supposed to have sex with you, period. I mean, they just replace they replace your value system. And they come in and they say, see, you got this value system. You believe in Jesus. But look at you. You struggling. You struggling. Your husband left you. Your wife left you. You got problems. Use my value system. You ain't going to have no more problems. Or not you ain't going to have no more problems. You're going to have more fun. They don't tell you, I will say that, they won't tell you ain't going to have no problems because they know that's unbelievable. But what they do tell you is you ain't going to have, you're going to have more fun. You're going to get more out of life. We can't let nobody like this creep up on our children no more, y'all. We can't. Nature Boy was just one. And Polite and Jim Jones and Dr. York and all of these, Eddie Long, all these guys, man, they charismatic guys, man, and they creep up on your children. Right now, it's a creepo out there, man, creeping up on children. They're in front of the pulpit. They're in front of the mosque. They're in front of the temple. And they creeping up on these kids. And there's people that know and ain't saying nothing because they're getting benefits from this dude. Patrice said, Nature Boy, just like many other cult leaders, are diabolical sociopaths, sexual deviant, evil narcissists. Yeah, that's true. But the whole point, Patrice, is we gotta get the people to open their eyes to see that this kind of person is out here. And we can't be in league with them. This is what I'm talking about, the separation. We can't be in league with people like this. We can't even let it go. If it come to our knowledge what's happening, man, we got to do something about it. You know, like they say, I was just working over by USC a couple weeks ago, right? They got big signs all around and all these little phones everywhere, right? If you see something, say something. If you see something, say something. You don't even have to be the party that's involved. If you see something, say something. That's how we got to be in the black community. If you see something, say something. But Clarence, that's snitching. No, snitching is when you was involved and you trying to cut your time. That's the original definition of snitching. Now it's meant, you tell the police about anything. Man, please. Ay. All right, y'all, that's Nature Boy. I'm not going to go into Nature Boy. If y'all really want to see, I dropped this video yesterday about Nature Boy, man. It gets a lot worse, but I mean, it's just bad, man. He's got kids grabbing his penis, and there's a grown adults there not saying nothing, not saying a word. He's making love. He's having sex with these women in front of the children. I'm not talking about the child is in the crib laying down asleep. No, I'm talking about the child is like got a chair there watching, learning, taking notes, right? You know what I mean? So we gotta look at things different, man. We gotta look at things. Our situation is so bad that it's gonna take all of us pitching in to try to get it to change, man. But we gotta walk away from this value system. The value system of money, success equals money. Success equals things. That is not necessarily success. That is not success. Success is peace, consistent peace. You know what I mean? Money necessarily ain't gonna bring you peace if you're not rooted in what you rooted in already. If you rooted in chicanery, man, money is only gonna help you further your chicanery. But if you're rooted in peace, you're gonna be peace whether the money's there or whether the money's not there. That's the difference. Anyway, all right, y'all. We gotta move, man. We gotta move. I'm so far behind, man. Oh my gosh. All right, let me get rid of Nature Boy, man. Nature Boy. Boy. But if you want to see that video, go check that out, man. I already did that video on Nature Boy. I dropped it yesterday. All right, let's get to let's say some black boys, man. Let's say some black boys and black men. I know the Queen says we can't do it, right?
Homeboy comes by in his car and they say, hey, man, get in. Let's go somewhere. Go somewhere and do what? Remember what I said earlier. All problems are solved through the process of questions and answers. So you ask that question. Go somewhere and do what? Well, we're just chilling, man. Okay, it's 6 of you all in a car. 4 of you got guns. You want me to get in the car to go somewhere and chill. Well, this, fellas, your buddies of mine, does not look like it may have a constructive result. This looks like some type of recipe for everybody, meaning basically us, all of us, feeling sorry for what's going to happen if I go somewhere in this car with you. So, I tell you what, we're still buddies, but call me tomorrow after all this is over, if you all are still around. I'll see you. Now, they will argue. They will say, oh, man, I mean, you too square, you too uptight, you this, that. No, 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 no. I have to have a prescription that sounds like it's going to be constructive, fellas. It has to sound, at least sound like it's going to be constructive. It doesn't sound like it's going to, be anything constructive. It sounds like something I might be sorry about, and I won't have nobody to talk to about being sorry, And if I do talk to you all about it being sorry, I mean, you all will be in a sorry situation, I think. I don't think you're going to be in a real happy situation. So, I'll talk to you later. It's not that I'm breaking off with you or anything like that. I'll just talk to you later. Now, the reason I say all of this and I laid out that type of scenario, I've seen that happen. I've seen somebody actually do that. And the person that didn't go was the person that all the rest of the people who was in that car were trying to get in contact with after everything that happened. Trying to get that one person that didn't go to come and help them. Why? Because that's the person that didn't go and got involved in the mess. That's why. See, it's one of the best things you can say when it looks like you're headed for trouble, or people that you're around are headed for trouble. You want to be able to say, I wasn't in that because I wasn't there. That's one of the best things you can say on a stand in a court. When you're asked, well, then what did you do? And you say, I didn't do anything because I wasn't there. I was not present at the scene of all those things that happened. I was not present. Oh, then most likely the judge say, you weren't there? You weren't present? Say, no, Your Honor, I was not present. And the judge say, well, what are you doing in here? Say, that's what I'd like to know, Your Honor. Say, you're dismissed. You weren't there. Don't be where there's likely to be some non-constructive activity going on. That's a part of the code. Always be the person that leaves early before the mess begins. Always. That's code. If you do not understand white supremacy, which is racism, what it is and how it works, everything else that you understand will.
All right, y'all. That's Dr. Fuller. What y'all think about Dr. Fuller, man? He said, just don't be there. This is the kind of stuff I'm talking about, man. We got to break away from going places where stuff like this is likely to happen, right? I showed y'all, I dropped a video about called Survival Perspective, and it showed we just can't be going to the liquor store no more. We can't go to the liquor store. Oh, Clarence, I'm just going in and get some chips. I'm just going to get some Twinkies or whatever, right? Some cookies or whatever, right? Some snacks. My advice is to stay away from places like that. Don't go to those places unless you absolutely have to. Stay away from the liquor store. How many things have happened at the liquor store? I mean, just how many things have happened at the club? How many things have happened at the bar? How many things have happened at the crack house? How many things have happened at the meth house? How many things have happened you just knowing a dude, right? I mean, come on, y'all. We gotta We got to stop being places where, you know, where people that's looking, that where the wolves congregate, man. The wolves could say, they looking for victims. They standing out front looking for victims, right? They stand out in front of the liquor store looking for a victim, right? They stand out front of the bar, the club looking for a victim. You know, man, we don't want to be no victims no more, man. We don't want our children to be victims. So we gotta, we have to not be at these places. I agree with Dr. Fuller. Not be at these places, man. We got to do better, y'all. We got to do better. All right, let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. One more thing, and then we're gonna get right to work. Let's see. Today is January 7th, 2024. Today, January 7th, Shirley Clark Franklin became the first African American female mayor. Wait a minute, hold on. I gotta do something first. Got to do something first, y'all. Let's see. Let me do it. Here we go. Black History Minute. Okay, here we go. Shirley Clark Franklin became the first African American female mayor of a major southern city on January 7, 2002, when she began her term as the 58th mayor of Atlanta, Georgia. Franklin was elected to a second term and served as mayor until 2009. She was preceded by Bill Campbell as mayor, succeeded by Kassim Reed. Franklin was born on May 10, 1945 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and after graduating from high school, attended Howard University and received her BA in sociology. She received her MA in sociology from the University of Pennsylvania. Franklin worked for two of Atlanta's most well-known mayors, Maynard Jackson and Andrew Young. As they did, Franklin also left her leadership mark on the ATL. She was selected by Time magazine in 2005 as one of America's best big city mayors. Franklin currently serves as the chairman of the board and CEO of Purpose-Built Communities and is the professor in ethics and political values at LBJ School of Public Affairs at the University of Texas at Austin. Okay. So sister became the first major mayor of a major city in 2002, excuse me. Shout out to the sister, man, Sister Shirley Clark Franklin. And don't take our word for it. Dig that. Go check it out for you today. And by the way, you can go and stop by blackhistory.today, and you can get a lot of good Black history facts, man. I remember one of the facts that I still remember, man, is the Garrett Morgan, man. Garrett Morgan. You guys know who Garrett Morgan is? Garrett Morgan is the guy that, you know, that people was getting in all these accidents because the traffic light only had two lights, red and green, right? You never knew when it was going to switch, right? Garrett Morgan put the yellow light in there. Garrett Morgan put the yellow light in there so that this man has probably saved billions of lives, billions. And we don't talk enough about him, man. So shout out to this sister here, Shirley Franklin. All right, we're gonna pull that down, and then we're gonna get right to work, y'all. Let's get right to work, man. Let's get right to work. Okay. So Cat Williams has been out there this week, man. Cat Williams been out there this week, man. I mean, y'all heard about all the stuff that's been going on with Cat Williams, right? Right. Okay. So let's check a little. We're just gonna talk about some trending topics. It's not no big deal, right? Not no big deal. Not no big deal. Let me see, this one or this one. Yeah, that's the one I want. Okay, yeah, it's no big deal. It's no big deal. So let's listen to a little bit of Cat Williams as he is talking about just about everything, comedians, law. I mean, just everything that has to do with the comedy business and him and certain comedians. All right, let's listen to Cat Williams.
Doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. You forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that think like a man. Like, what are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Guy Torrey did a beautiful special about the Comedy Store and Fat Tuesday, where he said that Steve and Cedric and Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish came through there and made. All lies. Steve and Cedric never performed at the Comedy Store at all. Tiffany was only seen at the Laugh Factory. In 15 years in Hollywood, no one in Hollywood has a memory of going to a sold-out Kevin Hart show, there being a line for him ever getting a standing ovation at any comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to L.A. and in his first year in L.A., he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words. He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you. Like it's important in the checks and
All right, y'all. Cat Williams said, man, you know, he basically busted down a lot of these comedians, right? Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, Ricky Smiley. He busted them all down, man. He busted them down. Kevin Hart, you know, he busted them down. And, you know, he basically said, man, hey, a lot of the stories that you hear about these guys is not true. He really went in on Steve Harvey, man. But we know that's been a long-running feud with Cat Williams and Steve Harvey. It's been a long-running feud. So that was no surprise there. But I didn't know he had it for Kevin Hart as well. And Cedric the Entertainer, but probably had it for Cedric the Entertainer because they all tried to say that Cat Williams was crazy, right? The same thing they tried to do. Now, this is what Steve said about his first two wives. They were both crazy, right? Especially his second wife. She's crazy. She's crazy, right? It had the whole world thinking that the woman is crazy. I don't know. Is she? I don't know. What woman is not going to fight to try to get her kids? That's crazy. I mean, almost any woman is going to fight to get her kids back, but we going to call her crazy? I don't know. All right, so Cat is going in. Cat is going in. But the question is, when are the people going to come up and say, oh, he's lying, he's a liar? Now, the only one that said that he's off that I could give some footing to is Ricky Smiley. Ricky Smiley said, hey, I've had they sent me the scenes for the sides for Money Mike. Now, here's where the discrepancy between, in my opinion, there's a discrepancy between Cat Williams and Ricky Smiley. Okay, so Ricky Smiley says, yeah, they sent me the sides for Money Mike. They wanted me to play Money Mike. I think that's correct. Here's where the discrepancy is. Money Mike at that time was going to be a crackhead running through the complex, running through the shopping center, right? He was just going to be this dude hanging out at the shopping center, right? I think what Cat Williams is saying is that you was never going to play the character that I created, because Cat Williams said I took the Money Mike character in next Friday or the Friday after next. I took that character and I turned him into a pimp. He said, because he went to them and said, this character would be funnier than a crackhead running around. This would be a funnier situation. Then he went to them and said, because Money Mike was supposed to get finagled in the bathroom, right? But Cat Williams said that situation would never be funny. It's not going to be funny. It would be funnier if something else took place there. You can make it an attempt, but you can't have him go through there and have that happen to them. That's not funny. That's not a funny situation. ARP is never a funny situation. I agree with him on that. So I think that's where the discrepancy is, right? Where I think he wants Ricky Smiley to say, yeah, I was going to be Money Mike when Money Mike was going to be a crackhead. right? But he was telling people, hey, I was gonna be Money Mike, like he was gonna be the pimp character. You wasn't, and Cat's like, you was never gonna be that character. I made that character, right? Yeah, right, Marcus. But that's what I'm saying. The pimp, that character was supposed to be a crackhead hanging out in the strip mall. When they sent those sides to Ricky Smiley, sides are in out here in LA, sides are some lines of the character. They want to hear you do some of the line, right? Right. Well, that was it. Well, like I said, it was the writers that had it in there that somebody was gonna get raped, right? That Money Mike was gonna get raped. But that was when Money Mike was a crackhead. When Cat Williams actually went in and suggested to them, let's make Money Mike a pimp, right? Let's make him a pimp instead of a crackheads are not funny. I know you listen to Dave Chappelle, but crackheads are really not funny. People don't really like that. That's not a funny character. He said the pimp will be more funny. And then he said, ARPing is not funny. That's not going to be funny. He said, let's do something else with that. So that was the character that Cat Williams created. He said he designed the clothes, he designed the car, he designed all of that stuff. He's just trying to, I think that's what he's saying is Ricky Smiley didn't have nothing to do with that Money Mike. He was going to be Money Mike as a crackhead, but Ricky Smiley is never making that distinction between, hey, I was going to be Money Mike when Money Mike was a crackhead. But Cat Williams went into the studio and told them, hey, you need to change this character up, right? Anyway, I think that's the only discrepancy there. But as far as joke theft, as far as he was going in on Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer stealing jokes, let's look at Abbott and Preach, y'all. Let's look at Abbott and Preach. Because they did their research on this, man. Abbott and Preach definitely did their research on this situation, man. All right, so let's listen to Abbott and Preach because they got proof that joke theft was occurring.
Stealing jokes allegation. A lot of people are really shocked to hear that Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer stole jokes. I can tell you they absolutely did. You can watch the videos themselves. They stole those jokes.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had.
Halloween was a trip. Halloween, we couldn't afford no Halloween costumes. 8 kids, please. Mama sent us down to the liquor store, put boxes on us. We didn't know what we were.
I don't know what we are. I don't know. She didn't tell her. I think we UPS, I guess. I don't know.
You've heard me say that every Halloween I had the same outfit on. Every year. I just had a brown box. No, it wasn't nothing sad. I asked my father, could I have a new outfit? And he said, no, just wear the same one. And it was just a brown box. And he just told me to tell everybody I was a UPS man.
Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write.
Gas is entirely too high. That's all I'm saying. You are not supposed to be at the gas station making life decisions. You just at the pump. Just, Negro, did I eat today? I can't get no half a tank. I got 6 cigarettes. I can't even do it. That used to be, if you had $10, $15, you could go to the gas station with confidence because you knew you was either going to be full or damn near full. If you had a 20, you ain't even talk to the person at the counter. You just 20 on 11, bitch. Used to be, if you put $15 in your tank, you had time to bond with your vehicle. You had time to put the nozzle in and set the clicker and look through your car and clean off the dashboard and look through your CDs and run in the store and get some Pringles and a Snapper, and it'll still be pumping. Now, if you put $15 in, you can't even turn around good for that son of a bitch click. As soon as you put it in, just click, click.
Gas, $4 a gallon. Can't even pump gas like you used to no more. $4 a gallon? You remember when you used to go to pump and put the nozzle in there and hit it? Be sitting there talking, be on your phone. Hey, what's happening? Be walking around, cleaning the windshield. Speaking to hey, girl, what's happening? What you doing? Hey, you. Hey, Doggy, you go in there, bring me a wine cooler. Bring me a cooler, dog. Not no more. Ain't nothing going on at that pump except you and that pump. Your ass is looking at that pump. Give me some. Give me some. 4401.
If you ever had your car radio up so loud that you couldn't hear the damn thing when it cut off, it looked like this. You flossing in a 6-shift convertible.
Cade is alive. You took my son?
We gotta get that baby back.
They gonna move to the moon. Ain't gonna happen. Y'all move to the moon, damn it, we coming to the moon. Oh, we'll be right behind y'all in space shuttles with Cadillac grills. Nigga just rolling, one headlight out. Tags be all wrong. All base. Y'all know we'll drive a space shuttle too. That's right up our damn alley. A space shuttle is long. They ain't scared no black folk. We'll drive a space shuttle. We grew up driving long cars. We'll drive a space shuttle like it's a 72 deuce and a quarter. We get us a cigarette. We be in a space shuttle like it's a 72 deuce.
Yeah, he stole those jokes. They both stole those jokes. Some people are like, how do you know? Listen, joke stealing is interesting because some people don't feel like it's a big deal. And yet, if one artist stole a song from another artist, you would think it's always right for the artist to pursue them in court.
All right, y'all. What y'all think? What y'all think, man? Is this? It's crazy, man. And you know what? Hey, Sheila, you guys haven't already subscribed to Sheila, the Bravo with Sheila Network on and subscribe to Sheila. Give her a try. What do y'all think? Did they really steal that material? I think it looks like that would if they went to court, that would look pretty bad for Steve Harvey and Cedric the Entertainer. Oh boy. That would look real bad. I don't know. But it looks pretty solid evidence to me. Looks like pretty solid evidence to me. But the question is, why aren't they calling Cat Williams a liar? See, why aren't they? But see, Cat already has said they apologized to him for doing this 10 years ago. They already apologized to him. So if they already apologized, how are they out here trying to make Steve Harvey is smart? He's the smartest one of them all. He ain't said nothing. That's what they should do. Just keep quiet. Don't say nothing. Right? When you caught dead to rights, right? What do they tell you when if they ever arrest you? They say what one of your memoranda rights is you have the right to remain silent. You have the right to remain silent. Remain silent. Don't say nothing till your lawyer get there. You let your lawyer talk for you, right? That's what they should do. Don't make no video and then just act like it didn't happen. I have went in on Charleston White. I have went in on Tony Gaskins. I have went in on Princella. You know what they do? They act like they don't even know. They don't even acknowledge me. They don't even acknowledge none of the stuff I said, nothing. None of the invites, nothing. They don't acknowledge nothing. Clarence, that's because your channel is too small. No, I don't think that, because Princella was over there hanging out with Daryl Long. Shout out to Daryl Long. She was hanging out with Daryl Long. Daryl Long had just as many subscribers as me at the time. She's the one that blew him up to 2,000 subscribers. Right? As far as I could see. When she came on there, that's when people started, really his thing really started exploding. Right? But so don't tell me she won't come to a smaller venue. She'll come to a smaller venue if she feel like it's something that she can benefit from. She would not benefit from coming over here, because we would tear her apart limb from limb. And the rest of them limb from limb. They would never survive. Why? Because we just gonna hit them with the truth. It wouldn't be no big deal. And I support Princella's ultimate goal, which is a zone of protection for incompetent women. I support that. But everything else, I'm not in the resistance like Vaughn. I'm not in the resistance like Rico. I'm not in the resistance like Bolo. Those guys in the resistance, right? I'm not in the resistance, man. I definitely want to tell her some things, but I'm not in the resistance, right? Right. I'm not, training with the, crawling under the barbed wire like those guys, man, with the M16. I'm not doing all that, right? I'm saying, hey, look, Priscilla, you're right. We need a zone of protection for these type of women. Definitely. Now, is that place supposed to be lesbian heaven? I don't know about that. But we need a place where a safe place where they can land and they can get their minds together, so they can either re-enter or walk away, but at least they done with their selves intact, right? Vaughn said, "That's right. If you resist the devil, he'll flee from you." I'm telling the High Queen on you, Vaughn. You, Bolo and Rico, you guys just won't learn. You guys just will not take that fried chicken and biscuits behind at the back door. Just will not take. I'm willing to take it. This goes out to Princella. Oh, High Queen. Brother Clarence is willing to take those biscuits at the back door if you just let me audition for the alpha male job. If you let me audition for the alpha male job of lesbian heaven, I will do it. I will take those biscuits. I will take those biscuits and a fried chicken. Since Vaughn don't want it, since Rico don't want it, since Bolo don't want it, I'll take it. I'll eat it in their faces. How about that? Oh, High Queen. Nah, y'all, but seriously, man, we got to get, this is what I'm saying, man. You see, now this is the first couple of days of what do you call that? Of 2024. Already stuff is already out here now. Right? It's out here. Not only did Cat went in, man, on Ludacris, right? He just went in on a bunch of different people, right? But he's doing it from a place where he feels like he's comfortable. None of them can cut off his money. None of them can cut nothing off. See, that's when the best way you can deal with your adversary is when you don't. Your adversary can't cut off your re-up. You can constantly get your weapons. You can constantly get your food. You can constantly get your clothing. You can constantly get everything you need to stay on the battlefield. Your enemy can't touch it. Then you can go in. It's difficult to go in, man, when you can't re-up or your enemy can stop you from re-upping. That's what the problem with a lot of these people in Hollywood are, man. They can't say nothing because if they say something, the person that put them on can say something about that or cut off what they're doing. Patrice.
Hello, my dear brother.
What's going on, sis? How you doing?
I'm good. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday to you too as well. What do you think? What's going on, Patrice? What's going on with this Cat Williams situation? What do you think about that?
I think that personally, it's sometimes things are long overdue, and I know a lot of people have been saying, why can't we just all get along, and why can't black folk can't call out other black folk? But honestly, this has been a situation that has been kind of going on for a while. Everybody know, and excuse my voice too, because my allergies is like really got me. Um, this has been going on for a while. Everybody know that Cat, has kind of had beef with Steve and Kevin Hart and all of these other comedians, and it stems long back from just situations that happened between them and things that were done to Cat Williams. And this is the thing that people don't understand when when somebody's doing things to you behind the scenes and you don't say anything for a while, and then they study speaking on you, and you just get tired of it at a point, right? Like everybody know that they made Cat Williams the butt of jokes for the longest. They accused that man of being, on drugs. They accused him of being crazy. Because, see, that's what people like to picture and paint you out to be when you are a truth teller, when you are speaking truth on people that have large platforms that people like. These are your celebrities you worship and you like and all of that, right?
Right.
And then when the truth comes out about that person that you like or whatever, and that person got receipts on it, it's like still denial, and people don't want to believe it until the receipts are shown or somebody else speak up on it. Just the same way Monique was speaking up years ago, everybody was down on her. Now that Sister Taraji speaking, it's like, oh, so now Monique telling the truth. Oh wow, we owe Monique an apology. See what I'm saying? So when it's things like that come to play, like everybody know that they was trying to shit on Cat for a long time, that they was low key saying this man was on drugs and crazy, because he was having certain incidents in his life. And I'm not saying he totally innocent in things, but let's talk what's the real and what's not the real. You know what I mean? Like when anytime you can take a person, you have to look at a person's character and what they do when they nobody looking. And this is the type of stuff that Cat and Kevin does when nobody's looking, that came to the forefront. See, didn't nobody know that Steve Harvey was hating on Bernie Mac like that behind the scene on the Kings of Comedy? And when Bernie got the Ocean's 11 part, what Steve did was call those producers up and say, "Hey, I'll do it for less. Pick me."
Wow.
And they had already picked Bernie Mac, and it got back to Bernie Mac. See, and then anytime you as a comedian, as a person, just think about this, not as in your craft, but what kind of person are you to set your own best friend up to take a fall and say that person is extorting you because you are trying to hide your indiscretions and you're cheating and lying to your wife? That's what Kevin Hart did to his BF.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that one.
Y'all forget. See, and that man had to fight tooth and nail, get an attorney.
Yeah.
To get his name cleared. That man lost gigs, lost endorsements, lost his damn near, I think he said he lost a house or something. Damn near lost this relationship. Like, people don't understand. All because Kevin Hart wants to save his marriage, and he the one that lied and cheated on his wife. And when his best friend showed them receipts and cleared his name and all charges was dropped against him, and actually the one who got the charges was Kevin Hart. But see, that's the thing that y'all don't want to talk about because y'all love these people. Y'all put these people on pedestals. That's what y'all do. But when somebody come out and say something, it either takes somebody bigger than that person or it takes somebody white. Then y'all believe it. See, black folk don't believe nothing when other black folks say stuff. But then when somebody white says, it's like, oh, wow. Or when somebody bigger than that black person say something. See, even though Monique was an Oscar winner, y'all still didn't believe that sister when she was saying what she was saying. But it took Taraji, who is actually a bigger actress, even though Monique got the Oscar. See, it took Taraji to cry on Gail's show and talk about how they ain't been paid right. Now y'all believe it. But this is what we do. This is what we do. So now the cat is coming out, gun smoking, dropping names, ain't throwing bricks and hiding his hand. Now everybody got a problem with it. And the main people that's coming out is speaking and saying what they saying is doing nothing but denial and deflecting. Not one time did any of them people say what he said is a lie.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
Luda dropped a whole rap album. Rap song. You deflecting, dude. Not one time did you say that Cat lied on you. Not one time did any of those people say it ain't the truth. He's a liar and here's the receipts. Because what Cat did is says, no, you're the liar and here are the receipts.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I think that here's the way they will try to flip it like he don't know what he's talking about, like the Ricky Smiley thing. They try to flip it like, oh, well, he don't know what he's because this is how they try to flip it. Ricky Smiley and him, his his agent, he got his agent on the phone and he was trying to say, well, yeah, we got the size for Money Mike. But I think they did not say that Money Mike at that time was supposed to be a crackhead, not a pimp. Cat Williams went in there and turned that character into a pimp. They turned that
wrote the whole thing for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but they won't say that. They keep saying, I was supposed to be Money Mike. No,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. As somebody that has went on thousands of auditions, right? Mm-hmm. They can send you the side for a particular role.
Okay.
Yes, that could mean that, yes, we want you to audition for that role. But just because you audition for that role don't mean you're going to get that role.
Right.
They may see you better in your audition and say, no, she will make listen, I went in for the stage play that you came down where we met, Brother Clarence. I went in for another role.
No.
I got a whole total different role. And I wasn't mad because it ended up working out for me that I was better for the other role than the role that I originally they sent me the script for.
Right.
That happens all the time. Right. So I understand Kat's position in that. And then Kat took it to a whole nother level and say, hey, I can make this role better.
Right.
Let me write A, B, C, D, and E, F, G in it. And they allowed him that leeway on his first round. That was Cat Williams' first experience with a movie. And that character took his whole career to a whole nother level.
Right.
Because people saw that. And not to take nothing from Ricky Smiley, right? Because Ricky Smiley was sent the side for that same role. But they saw him and said, no, you'll be better as the Santa Claus, which Ricky Smiley was.
Well, see, that's the thing. He was better, but but he was never meant to be Money Mike the pimp. He was never meant to be that person. Once they saw Cat Williams and Cat Williams converted it into something else, they knew that was Cat Williams' part. You had to give Ricky Smiley another part in the movie where he was still supposed to be the Santa Claus. Ricky Smiley said the Santa Claus was a crackhead. He was supposed to be a crackhead.
Right. And then Ice Cube cleared it up. Ice Cube basically cleared it up and said, no, Cat was right. But he did make a point and say Ricky was right, that he did audition for the Money Mike role. Ice Cube did say that, but it was a different Money Mike role at that time.
Point, Patrice.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So that's where I think that the waters got a little muddy in the understanding of that. And I want to send definitely prayers and condolences continuously to Ricky Smiley, because I believe personally when he was crying and broke down, he was really mourning the loss of his son.
Yeah,
that's what I believe. I don't believe it was over the Cat Williams thing, but people, of course, are saying that in that light, and it could be
about the son that passed away.
It was his anniversary. And I think with all what's going on and the emotion of things, I think that's kind of really what sent Ricky Smiley over. Now, I will question the fact that you did it while you was on live. Like, I question anytime you're taping yourself grieving or crying, like why you do that on a live. Are you trying to gain sympathy of, I don't know. That part I side eye, but other than that, I do believe that his crying was over. He was kind of going through a thing and very emotional about his son. And because people thought that when his son first passed, that he didn't show enough empathy or sympathy. And sometimes people handle death differently, and you have to respect that. And maybe it was just that time where all that build up in Ricky Smiley had finally just came to a head, and he finally let it all out and really, really grieved over the loss of his son. So that's what I actually think it was. I think they turned it into this whole Cat Williams made Ricky Smiley cry. I really don't think that that's what it was.
Maybe so. Let's bring in Diamond and Marcus. Okay, Diamond.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, brother?
How you doing, Patrice?
I'm doing good. Happy New Year to you and Marcus.
Oh, thank you. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy
too.
New Year.
Yeah, me and my wife were talking about the whole Cat Williams thing, and it was quite interesting. But it goes back to what Malcolm X said back in the day. He said, they put Jackie Robinson, Lena Horne, and all that, and he was laughing because no other race of people takes their stars so seriously as we do. We let our stars be leaders and all of that when that's not their position. They're just entertainers. We need to leave it at that and let them do their jobs and stop trying to look at these people as a people to set an example for us to live or do anything. They're human beings just like we are. They have the same problems, the same fears that we have. They're not supermen or superwomen. And we need to stop being so goofy and stop treating them like they are and expect them to be these super people when they're just like us. They're just more famous. And actually being famous is harder than being a regular person, because if you mess up, only the people that are watching this podcast will see it. But if you mess up in front of millions of people, then you have to deal with that in front of millions of people if something goes wrong. So it's much tougher to be famous. Everybody thinks that being famous is some kind of fun thing and it's great, but it has its benefits, but it also has its problems. And I just wanted to make a comment on the Nature Boy thing real quick.
Okay.
When I be saying what I be saying about separating myself, I mean people like that. I don't want to live by it. I don't want Nature Boy being my next door neighbor.
I don't think.
I don't want to.
I don't think any of us do.
Yeah. So see. When I'm saying what I'm saying, I just want it to be clear that I'm not someone who wants everybody to be perfect. And if you're not perfect, you got to go. I'm saying if you're on some destructive stuff, then I don't want to be around you because you're not going to do any better. If you're trying to improve, then that's one thing. If you have a past to making mistakes, that's one thing. As long as you're trying to be positive, then I can deal with you. Yeah, because I just want to be clear that 'cause sometimes I think you guys may think I'm this harsh, mean person who just wants to cut everybody off, and that's not the truth. I just know. I just know.
Listen to what you're saying, man.
Huh?
We only listen to you what you're saying out of your mouth.
Well, no, but see, that's not how I mean it. What I mean is when you talk about people not being able to walk to the liquor store and get a pint of gin in safety, that's not the way it should be.
Correct.
Our children should be able to roam in their community without worrying about someone unaliving them or worrying about someone someone who's holding and expecting them to go with them for some kind of mission. We should be living in areas where our children can be safe so they don't have to worry about all of this stuff that they have to worry about. And I'm just saying the way that we're living, we can't continue this way. We're going to crash horribly if we continue to live this way. Because I'll tell you a story. Have you heard of what was his name? His last name was Rose. This happened. Antoine Rose. Did you hear about him?
No, who was that?
Okay, Antoine Rose. He got unalived by the police in Pittsburgh. Okay. That's where I live at, right?
Okay.
Now what happened was Antoine Rose took an Uber, and it was a ride share, and somebody else got in the car who he did not know. This person saw someone that he didn't like and started shooting at them. So then the cops got involved. So when the car stopped, Antoine Rose got out and ran, and he got shot in the back, and he passed away, unfortunately, and he was like a teenager. But he had nothing to do with the shooting. He didn't even know the person who did it. The person who did it was some low-life nigga who got in the car and was shooting at someone like it was his car. It's like this, Terrence. Imagine you picked me up for a taxi ride or an Uber. You don't even know who I am. And I see someone I don't like. I start shooting out the window at them. And you don't have nothing to do with it. Now, the people that I shot at, they're shooting at us now. Now there's another car chasing at us, trying to take us out because of something that I did. Those kind of people, I don't want nothing to do with them. I don't want to live with them, you know. So that's what I mean when I be saying what I be saying. It's those kind of people. Because Antoine Rose would still be alive if that low-life nigga didn't get in that car and do that. He started just shooting at someone that he didn't like out of an Uber. If you're going to do that, you usually go steal a car or go get a car, and you and your boys take care of business. But you don't do that. It's like you picking me up and I say, hey, give me a ride, and I see someone I don't like and I start firing at them. You know, people like that, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to live with them. I don't want them around my children. I don't even want them around my granddad. I don't want them around anybody. They should live in their own separate neighborhoods. So if that's too harsh, that's how I feel.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that, Diamond. Let's move on to Marcus. Marcus.
I just want to say I second that emotion.
Patrice.
Thank you, sister. Thank you.
I thoroughly agree. So I just want to make sure I follow the pattern. I thoroughly.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you.
just kidding. I do though. You know, there's no game, there's no joke when it comes to people's safety. Like I take that serious too. So, yeah. But I think just to comment on what's been happening with Cat Williams, I always found the guy as a character for what he produces entertaining, because that is what that's one of his job details, right? Yep. And his vast. I'm sorry.
I said, yep.
Yeah, you know, and then was talking about that because I follow Shannon Sharp and I follow like a lot of sports media. And when, you know, Shannon hosted him, the way that he was confronted with the opportunity was, you know, hey, I believe Shannon was saying that Cat hit him up and said, hey, about an opportunity to come out there and say his truth and all that and say the truth. And I'm always for pro exposing Hollywood, you know, exposing the industry. And when he was saying certain things, Gary Owen backed him up. Gary Owen was a comedian who's been on other platforms and entertainment media and shows and stuff, and even comedy specials, backed him up. Ice Cube even backed him up. And I think OG Patrice and somebody else brought up, they didn't deny what he said. For the most part, they agreed and said, hey, yeah, they validated what he said. It was true. You know, Ice Cube said it too. And then you saw Kevin Hart's tweet, right? And he wanted to promote his movie coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of saw that as like, wow, like he still didn't deny it. He just called him, quote unquote, the allude to, and paraphrasing as he's a hater, you know, and watch my movie, you know, ha ha ha, LOL. But then you pull the layers back and he's uncovering the weird truths. Like they were making video clips of male actors or comedians, I'm sorry, who had to be put in this dress and compromise themselves and sometimes go against their beliefs. And they some of them would sell out to the whole industry. And
right, I forgot about that part.
He was talking about the gatekeepers and stuff like that.
Right.
Can I make a comment real quick, Clarence? Is that okay?
Real quick, we got to move on, y'all. We got a lot of other stuff to talk about.
Okay, well, this is what I heard about Hollywood. Certain Hollywood actors is if you want to get into Hollywood at a certain level, they film you in a room with some men doing some crazy stuff sexually, and if you try to act up, they got pictures and films of you. And that's what keeps a lot of stars in line. Is now I don't know if it's true or not, but they got pictures of you doing some really twisted sexual stuff. And that's how they hold. That's why a lot of entertainers, especially the big ones, don't want to say anything. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can tell you 100% it is true. Okay.
Yeah.
For being in the industry for 30 years, I can tell you 100% unequivocally it is true. That's how they get a lot of them when they acquiesce to that behavior, whether they under the influence or not, they secretly are recording them for their own insurance. So if they ever want to come out and say that they were forced to do this or that, you know, this or that, they hold those tapes and pictures over these celebrities' head to help control them in their careers. It is absolutely true. I'm telling you what I know for sure to be true because I know a few friends in the industry that they did too. I know I have friends that they offered it to. I was even offered it. So it is 100% absolutely unequivocally the truth.
Yeah, people ain't ready for that. But I said when the guy said it, I said it makes perfect sense. But you know, one thing my wife always says is, people have to stop looking up to entertainers as if they're our leaders. It's a big mistake because even if that didn't happen to them, it doesn't matter because they are entertainers. Okay, we don't need to ask a comedian about black issues, what the black community should do. We should be asking them about how to tell jokes. We shouldn't be asking a basketball player what the black community needs to do. We should be asking a basketball player how to get better at our crossovers and our layups. So I think a lot of this falls on us because we've gotten to the point where we don't want to listen to Clyde Anderson. We don't want to listen to Dr. Umar. We don't want to listen to the people who are economists, the people who have studied these things, who know. We want to listen to Floyd Mayweather. It's like Floyd Mayweather's a boxer. If you want to learn how to get your jab and your right cross, then you go to Floyd. But about what the black community needs to do, Floyd ain't got nothing to do with that. That's not his position. We need to understand who's supposed to do what. And I think that's a big problem in our community. I'll land there.
Well, see, Diamond, and I just want to piggyback before we move forward and say, back a while ago, during like the civil rights movement and all, when we had the Harry Belafontes and the people, see, they didn't let the executive control them and threaten them with not taking their endorsements away if they spoke or if they marched or said something, because we did have people back then that absolutely had a voice and they spoke for our people. Harry Belafonte was one, and he got blackballed because of it, because he didn't let them control him. So there were certain celebrities, because I believe in the freedom of speech, right? And I believe that if you are truly going to be for activism in your people, it's nothing wrong with you speaking on that, and still should be able to allow to do what you love to do as far as your craft or your art or whatever it is your gift and talent is. But nowadays, the reason why they try to either hush these celebrities up and take their endorsements away and blackball them and things like that is because they want to control the narrative. And then secondly, a lot of the celebrities have absolutely fell under the privy of giving in to that said industry, and they become a puppet for the industry. So now they're out here speaking to the detriment of our people because it benefits them in their pockets. So those are the two things that you got to pay attention to the difference in. Just like when, Diddy was out here with the whole rock the vote thing, people didn't realize that his sugar daddy, which was the Caucasian man that backed up Revolt TV, was one of the main biggest contributors to the Democratic Party. So you get Diddy out here talking about rock the vote, trying to sway the black people to continuously vote the Democratic way. It's all connected. And what we don't do as a people and cultures, we don't connect those dots. We don't think, why is all of a sudden now Diddy saying this? He ain't never came forward before. See, we don't go deeper than the surface and try to find out why are these celebrities saying things or why they are not. Because when I went to see Kevin Hart specifically here in Arizona, and he was hosting like other comedians, other up and coming comedians, and he said he would like to say more, but they would take his bag. They would stop his sponsorship. He said they absolutely censor you. And I'm not saying he would have been the best spokesperson to speak for black people, because I absolutely believe that to not be true, because you my color don't mean I rock with you or I stand with you or what you believe. But I'm just saying this is how they control the narrative with a lot of celebrities. So you won't see these big celebrities, and this is why they don't come out and speak like they do. And when they do, they're being controlled behind the scenes for the gain and benefit of their own pockets. So I just want to say that.
Especially when you send the contract.
Well, Patrice, I do understand. Yeah, well, Patrice, I understand what you're saying, but I believe the black community should never listen to a celebrity. They should listen to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, because that's their job. A celebrity can be like a second voice, but they should not be the main voice. They should never.
Yeah, no, I agree with not the main voice, but I'm saying when they are marching with the Malcolms and the Kings, like Harry Belafonte did, like Aretha Frank, back in those days, it was totally different when they rocked with King and Malcolm. Now we don't have those type of leaders anymore in our community, because everybody pretty much has sold out, even the celebrities. So I agree with you, right? Hell no, I'm not listening to what you're saying if it's not specifically benefiting our people and our community as a whole. I'm not listening to what you're saying.
Right. And I'm just saying we should be listening to people. There's a Dr. Joy Leary, Joy DeGraw. There's Maggie Anderson. There's Dr. Umar. There's Claude Anderson. There's several people
absolutely
who have sound advice. And I'm just saying we've become dumb, because we're like, well, if Floyd Mayweather ain't saying it, man, I ain't trying to hear him. I'm like, nah, you're dumb. I'm calling people to their face. I said, you're dumb. Floyd Mayweather that's not his expertise. If you want to learn how to box, you go to him. If you want to learn how to play basketball, then you ask LeBron. But LeBron James is not the guy.
Diamond, because once they get so big and high up, like your Floyd Mayweathers and your LeBrons, they are really so far removed from what's really going on in the black community and culture. They are, because they are part of the elite now. They are part of a whole demographic, different tax bracket than we are. So yes, they are far removed. They really don't know what is happening in the culture and community as a whole. Deeper than the surface, they have no idea. So no, I would definitely not listen to them as on a wider spectrum. But if they drop a gem or something, or say something that's known to be true about our culture and community, then yeah, I'll say, okay, that's true. But as a whole, you're not the mouthpiece. You're not the spokesperson for the black culture and community. You can be a part of it, but you're not the mouthpiece. You're not the master.
Bingo. Spoken like a true genius. That's the message I was trying to relay. Is we have to get to the point where we understand what people's position is for. Even if you're a car salesman, you can talk about cars. That's your area of expertise. But don't try to step into stuff that you don't know. So Patrice, we're on the same page, my sister. I'm glad that people understand that, because most people are confused.
All right. Okay, y'all. That was the Cat Williams situation. All right. Charleston White is at it again, y'all. He's at it again. He is
Charleston White in the house.
Yeah, man. A character. Okay, so Charleston says that Deion Sanders is a sellout because he took the money to go to Colorado State and didn't stay at the HBCU, right? So we're gonna listen to a little bit of Charleston, and he's gonna lay into Deion Sanders. All right, let's see. Here we go. Here we go.
Deion Sanders. Yeah, I damn near want to put $20,000 up on any college player that'll hurt his son. That motherfucker back. Yeah, that slow ain't going nowhere. Yeah, college, here Colorado football, nigga. I'm with them still in Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson State University, y'all go, nigga. Deion. Yeah, Sambo Sanders is his new name, nigga. Any a football player, Deion ain't never done shit where we can rally and revolutionize. And a football player with a turf toe, Deion. And
all right. What do y'all think about Mr. White?
I'm gonna let the men speak on that first.
Can I go first real quick?
Of course.
I think that's an ignorant statement coming from Charleston, because if you did the homework, Deion did not sell out. He completed his contract and at the same time was not compensated for what he did for the program, for the kids, and for that community over there in Jackson State. Deion Sanders had to come out of his own pocket to maintain the faculty, the facility, the field, and come out of his own pocket to help out the team and the staff. And so this whole thing of he's a sellout, no. He finished his contract. He agreed to the terms. However, the university did not agree to their terms. They didn't keep their word on their end and compensate him for what he didn't accomplish. So he took what he did. He took his talents, like LeBron took his talents to Miami and South Beach. Now, Deion took his talents to Colorado and Boulder. And he's done great things. And kids follow. Hold on, I got muted. My dog's barking.
Oh boy.
Oh, and Brother Clarence, I do want to clear something up and say something. I know our leaders like King and Malcolm are gone, but I definitely want to pay homage to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I am not a Muslim. I do not subscribe to any religion at this moment, but I can truly stand on this platform here and say that I have learned so much and has gotten so much wisdom and gems dropped by Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And he is definitely still a living legend in our community and culture that has for many years been on and spoken on the pinnacle of trying to get our people and our culture together. So I do want to pay that respects to him in that sense, because he is actually still one that is a living legend that's still here. And I definitely don't believe you have to subscribe to said religion. If somebody is just speaking truth and dropping gems and giving advice, then I definitely got to give him his flowers, because he's still living, and that man is 90 or almost 90 years old. And one day he won't be here no more. And then we'll be talking about him and his legacy the same way we talk about Malcolm's and Dr. King. So I just wanted to be clear and speak on that, because we definitely need to pay homage and give flowers to our leaders while they're still here. So salute and much love to the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And thank you so much for your contributions to our culture and to our communities.
Yeah, man. I feel that way every day, but I thank you for saying that, Patrice. I appreciate you. At least that's the way I feel. Everybody don't feel that way, but you know what I mean. But hey, as long as like you said, we got people that's out here. Dr. Claude Anderson. We got people that's out here that's trying to do stuff. It's just they don't have the support of enough of us to back them with any significance to where we can make a big change in stuff. But like I said, the ministers out here, Dr. Claude, other people are out here. They're trying to do what they're trying to do. So, but I thank you. I appreciate you for that. Okay, y'all. That was Marcus. Marcus had his feelings about Charleston. Marcus said that Charleston's a little out of line. What do you think? What do you say, Diamond?
Well, the thing with Deion Sanders at the HBCU is a complex issue. And before we call someone a sellout, we need to take the time to study and see why they leave or why they did what they did before we start calling somebody a sellout. So I don't necessarily think Deion's a sellout. I think there were some problems with compensation and stuff like that. So I wish. It's we could fix it that way, but it's going to take more than just Deion Sanders to fix the problem. The problem with a lot of HBCUs is they've gotten used to getting government funding, so they've gotten soft in their hustle. And here's what I mean.
Well, how are they supposed to get? How are they supposed to get funding?
Hold on, let me explain to you what I mean.
Okay.
We went on the HBCU tour, and we had like 50 students there, and the one college was like, well, we only do our tours on this date and that date. It's like, no, when you have the money, when you about your money and your hustle, you don't care if it's on Sunday. You're gonna be like, there's 100 kids out here, I'll send somebody right then and there because you're trying to make that money. So what I'm saying is, part of the problem with the HBCUs, some of them is systemic, because they've gotten so used to not having to really do anything to get money. They're so dependent upon the government funding. So I'm not saying they're not supposed to get funding, but what I am saying is, when opportunities like students show up, it doesn't matter what day it is, you get someone out there to give that tour because you're trying to get them to go, because it's all about sales and marketing and making money. So that's what I'm saying about the HBCU. So that's a systemic problem.
Okay, but I'm saying, Diamond, how, if they don't get money from the government, how are they supposed to get other funding? How are they supposed to get more funding?
By getting more students. Yeah, I'm here by getting more students. More students to go to your.
How do you get more students without the money to pay people to go out there and promote the school to the students?
Well, they don't do a good job of promoting. Clarence are not really promoting anybody. They're not promoting themselves. And just like what I said, if you were the dean of a college and you only gave your tours on Tuesday, but if 200 kids were there on Monday, if you're smart, you're going to give the tour on Monday because there's 200 students here, and if you get 10 of them to go, that's a big bit of money. So I'm just saying that of course, I'm not saying don't get the government funding, but what I am saying is their hustle has to be a little bit stronger. That's all.
So let me see if I understand what you're saying. You're saying that they should work for free. They should work for free. Well,
no, I never said that.
They don't have. Listen, Diamond. Let's do the math. If they don't have the funding to do all of this stuff that you're talking about, how is it supposed to get done?
They have the funding to do tours.
Do they?
Yes, it's not that expensive to do a tour. You have to pay. You pay someone. You pay someone to. You have a student. Usually the students do tours. The students that already go to do the tours. It's not. Clarence is not. It's not that expensive to do tours. Trust me.
But what I'm saying is, let's say you want to do a tour, right? But the school needs a lot of repairs or doesn't have the oomph factor that you of let's say UG, University of Georgia, may have with a Mississippi State, whatever. It doesn't have that wow factor, right? So therefore, see, because I think we're missing the business aspect of the situation, whereas in most what do you call it? In most college situations, The athletic department is the one that brings in the money.
Right.
HBCUs.
Well, also the sponsors and boosters and everything too.
But
Right.
they do that because of the athletic department, correct? Okay, so therefore the athletic department is the heart of where the money is. But if you have a place where they don't have an athletic department, they solely are they're on what do you call that, academics. How are they supposed to get this money? That's what I'm trying to figure out, because
Okay, I can answer the question. Okay, the way I'm saying is the way you get money is you have to go after more students, of course. So the only thing I'm saying is I'm saying that their hustle is a little bit on the lame side, because sometimes when they're supposed to give tours, they're canceling. And if part of your school is messed up, you show the good part of the school. You show whatever your best is, you show it, because you got to start somewhere. So we got to understand something. Booker T. Washington started Tuskegee in a barn with one building. So hold on. So the point that I'm saying is Booker T. Washington went around asking people to help with funding. So if we're talking about how to get money, we go, of course we can ask. I'm not saying don't get the government funding. I never said that. What I did say is don't be dependent upon it. That's all. That's the only thing I said.
And I'm asking you, how do they not be dependent on it? Because you're saying that they some kind of way they're supposed to get money, but the only way to get money is through the government. So how are they not going to be dependent on this government money? Are they going to get boosters? Okay, well,
yeah, boosters, the community, people that graduated from the school, and also by putting out, and also by investing to get more students, because the more students you get, the more money you make.
But what I'm saying is they don't have money to invest in getting more students. How are they supposed to do that?
Oh, they got the money to do it. They got the money. Okay. They can invest. They have money to invest.
That's right.
These colleges, they don't have what Harvard has, but they have money. They're not totally broke. They have money to invest. It's how they do it. But also, I think there's also a theft problem as well with some of these higher ups in the colleges. There's also a theft problem as well.
Theft problem. I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that.
So what I'm saying to you, Clarence, is listen. If 200 students show up, you got enough money to get somebody down there to do that tour. If you got to go down there, if you got to get out there and do it yourself.
HBCU school, I would say outside of Howard, that would have 200 students lined up out there. I don't think any place but Howard University or Tuskegee maybe would have 200 students out there lined up for a tour. These other HBCUs are working on they're working on such a limited budget, and on top of that.
Hold on, there are people that do college tour. There are plenty of schools that take, because my wife used to work for an organization that took students to free busloads of students to HBCU colleges, trying to get them to go there.
I understand.
So hold on.
Out here in LA, they used to fly them out there. Yeah,
right. But hold on real quick. So if you know a busload of students are coming, you put your best face forward to try to get some of them students to go to school. But so the only point that I'm getting at, I'm not critiquing the HBCUs. I'm not putting them down. I'm just saying that their hustle game needs to be a little bit stronger. So what I'm trying to say is, listen, if I give you, if you give me $1 million, Clarence,
right.
Okay, that doesn't. But if Patrice says I might want to spend 100,000 with you, I don't need to act funny about that 100,000. I need to get that 100,000 because your million may not always be there. So that's all I'm trying to say. So what I'm trying to say is that if let's just say what's his name, Rico. If you give me $2 million, that's great. But if Rico has a deal that's only worth $100,000, I need to take that deal seriously. I need to take Patrice's deal seriously. So the only point that I'm saying about HBCUs.
What deal are they getting at an HBCU? What deals?
No, I'm using it as an example. I'm just saying, if you were the government, Clarence, and you gave me $2 million for my budget, that's cool. But maybe next year you might not give it to me. You might not have it in the budget to give to me. So I still need to make sure that all the other chances that come my way, I still take them. So what I'm saying is,
we're not arguing about that. I think the point the point I'm trying to make is it's very difficult to raise money for HBCUs, and so because they mainly get their money from the government, right? They probably get 97% of their funding from the government. So I'm saying, how are they going to raise this other money if you don't have a outstanding athletic department, then people are pretty much not interested in your school, right? Because here's why young men go to the school. Young men go to the school because they got a lot of women there. But a lot of women not gonna go to the school if it's not a lot of stuff happening there. And a lot of stuff's not happening there if you don't have the athletic department pouring money into the school to have it buzzing like that. So that's I'm saying, how are they going to get this money? If you can't build the athletic department, how are you going to get this other money? Like you saying, okay, if you got $1 million from me, and then Patrice try to give you some money and other, yeah, but there's no Patrice. There's no other person trying to give them money. That's my point. Is how are you going to make that happen in a realistic situation?
Well, the only thing I'm going to tell you is I don't know everything about raising funds for a college, but I'm going to say if Booker T. Washington can raise it, then if Booker T. Washington can do it, then we can do it. So the only point that I'm getting,
it's possible. I agree with you. It's possible.
So that's all I know about it. I don't know anything. Let's talk about Cat Williams, man. We going off track a little bit.
Can I say one last thing before you guys change the subject real quick, if I may, please?
Okay, go ahead.
I want to say something about Cat Williams.
Yeah, I know, I got you. But let me just say this real quick so I can get out of the way. There's a saying too, right? Attitude reflects leadership, right?
Okay.
And that's just to kind of, break away what Charleston says, right? Attitude reflects leadership. So when all this was happening and Deion was getting the hate from being a so-called sellout and stuff like that, you know who had his back?
Who?
Those boys that he called his family that were his team. So when everybody else was hating on him, they didn't turn his back on him. And as soon as Deion left, the athletic director has some shade to say to him behind his back. So that's supposed to show right there the true colors of somebody who brought you in. And the thing that got me was, okay, Deion did his part. He delivered championships, series, playoffs, whatever you want to call it. He delivered. And even then, people still wanted to apply to Jackson State, and he brought more notoriety to the place.
Yeah, obviously.
So so I mean, when I hear people say these comments about he's a sellout or an Uncle Tom or whatever like that, no, he's not, because clearly the boys that are the future, which we always say this, right? The youth is the future, and they clearly respected the man. They never turned his back and disrespected him, and they said they appreciate for what he did for them. There's even videos about it too.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think my opinion, before we let Patrice talk on this, and then we'll hit your Cat Williams thing, Diamond. But my opinion on it is that the guy's just doing what you would naturally do if you got offered some money and you're going to naturally want to progress in your industry or field or whatever you're in. You're going to naturally want to progress. Especially if you come from a lineage like him, Super Bowls and all that. You're gonna from him. His mentality is winning, succeeding, progressing. Here's that mentality
in every aspect of life.
Yeah, so he don't have the kind of mentality like, hey, I'm gonna sit here for 4 years, not get paid, work all that, and not progress in my career field. He's like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I got a goal. I want to be somewhere by a certain time, so I have to take the opportunities that come, right? So to say the guy's I think that was a stretch on Charleston's part to say, but we all know why Charleston's going at Deion. Charleston's going at Deion because Deion's a big name and he can ride that coattail to get some clicks and views. It's all about the clicks and views for Charleston, in my opinion, right?
I agree.
Yeah, you guys know I got a special relationship with Charleston White. So you guys can go through my catalog and see all the videos I done made about this character, man, this dude right here. So there ain't no love lost, I'm sure. But I think that's pretty far-fetched to say. See, this is why I don't like people that call out preachers and they not, preaching, right? They say, oh, well, this is a bad person. This is a bad person. I don't like that because I feel like you haven't been through what they've been through. You haven't seen what they've seen. And so it's easy to say, like, for example, people say, hey, I would Martin and I wouldn't have been like Martin. I would have did this. I would have did that. Okay. If you had a job right now, any one of us, you got a job and the firebomb comes through your house and they say, don't you do this no more. You quit tomorrow. Most of us will be there before the place opens, quitting, right? So I think that we will say a lot of stuff without thinking about how it reflects on the other part. You know, like the people talking about Deion Sanders and calling him a sellout and all that. They're not willing to go out. They're not going to go on their job and work for free. They're not going to do it. They're not going to say, okay, I'm gonna work on this job for free for the next 4 years. I'm going to work on it for free, or do a lot of extra work for nothing, right? They're not going to do it that way, because most people, like I said earlier in the program, they want to see if they're going to work for something, they're getting it in their hand, right? Most people don't see work as a character building situation. They see it as, I want something in my hand. So if the guy if he wants something, I mean, what's wrong with him going after how he feels? Now, the rest of us can get together and try to make Jackson State work better, like Diamond was saying, right? The faculty would, and they could go out and try, but that doesn't mean anything's going to happen if they're getting all their money from the federal government, which most of these HBCUs get. They get most of their money from the federal government. Now, the question is, how do they raise more? How do they get more money coming in? Well, we know in college, most colleges survive off of the athletic department. That's why the athletes get their pick of the classes first. Athletes get to eat first. They get the best dorms first. They get everything first, because their contribution to the school is what's really putting it on the map and getting it out there. And people, they get offered TV rights because so many people are interested in that particular school and its athletic program, that they get major millions of dollars. But if you can't get good athletes to go to the school, then you can't get good coaches to go coach there. You can't get good coaches to go coach there, then nobody wants to watch that program. If nobody wants to watch that program, you don't get the TV rights, you don't get the radio rights, you don't get none of that stuff. So these people know that the athletic department. Now, in the HBCU, it's not, they don't really have well-known athletic departments. It's not usually like that, right? So then, hey, they're going to have to find a way to raise other money. Now, I don't know how they're going to do that. Selling, washing cars, whatever they got to do, right? Selling popcorn, whatever, right? We just got to we got to understand. So I disagree with Charleston on this yet again. I disagree with Charleston on just about everything, except the common sense. But, I disagree with this. I don't think that it's fair to call Deion a sellout. When most of the people call him a sellout, they wouldn't go down there and give their time and effort to Jackson State or Mississippi Valley or none of these colleges, none of these HBCUs. So how can you call one person something that you wouldn't do your dang on self? Anyway, that's the way my crazy head thinks. Let's ask the woman, the lady on our team here, Patrice. What do you think? What do you say?
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, I do want to say I'm not going to speak a lot on this because I'm not familiar with the deep information that is going on with this situation. I know that Deion was with Jackson State and we all was like raw and happy and behind him and all, because he went and gave his time, his money, his talent and gift to a black college, right, or university, and we loved him for that, and I salute him for that. Y'all know Charleston is not my favorite person, one of my favorite people at all. When you're right, you're right. When you're wrong, you're wrong. I will disagree with Charleston on this too, because I know, like you guys said, Deion ain't even one of my favorite people. Just some character stuff that I've learned about him that I can side him on. But when you're right, you're right, and wrong, you're wrong, no matter what. And Deion fulfilled his contractual obligation and gave back heart and soul to that to Jackson State. So to move on to another endeavor or whatever, or feel like he can take people with him or bring other people up to a plateau off his gifts and talent, it was nothing wrong with that. We are so quick to say a person is a sellout because if they leave basically they own people and go over to another culture of people for whatever reason. We just real quick to say that, not looking at the work and the legacy that he left behind there. So I will say that. So I'm not taking that away from him. I can't speak on the more in-depth part of it. I don't think he's a sellout in that sense. Also, I know that the reason why the Black colleges and universities will always continue to need government funding is because we as a culture and as a people, Black people and brown people, we don't have the means and the many millionaires and billionaires that should be giving back to these colleges the way they should. I'm not saying that they're not giving, because I know Bill Cosby was one of the biggest contributors to historically Black colleges and universities. I think he's in the Guinness Book of World Records for it, something like that, because I think he gave the most. He's one of the Black celebrities that gave the most. So I'm not taking nothing from them. So our colleges and universities are always going to need the help of the government, because it's just not, our wealth does not expand like it expands for the wealthy that gives to the Yales and the Stanfords and all of these prestigious white universities and colleges, right? And we know that that's factual. So we as a culture have to hustle as a race. Black and brown people have to hustle more to get extra funding to fund our colleges and universities. I don't think we're doing enough for that. I don't think even the celebrities that are billionaires and millionaires are doing enough, because Puff Daddy had promised 30 years to give that $1 million to Howard, and he just now gave it to him, what, 2 years ago? And as much, he got predominantly most of his wealth off of giving parties at Howard. So again, we also misuse and mistreat our own as well. And I know that there's been Felicia Rashad, Denzel Washington, people like them have cut the check. I believe even Oprah probably have at one point, but it's just not enough. You know what I mean? Even the Black billionaire that paid off in 2019, paid off the college tuition for the class of 2019 at Morehouse. It's still never enough, because it's not enough Black wealth to keep the Black colleges and universities going the way our white counterparts are. So we have to hustle harder, and we're not hustling harder or doing enough, because the resources are there in our communities. When we see that we spend billions of dollars in like the hair care, beauty industry and other things, we spend in millions of dollars of it. So the money is there, but I think we're just not utilizing that tool enough to impact the colleges and universities the way they should be. And I also think that our households are not promoting enough for our children to go to college, Black colleges and universities the way that they used to maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago. So I think all of that plays a part in it. But, just to land the plane, I would not call Dion, and like I said, he ain't one of my favorite people, but I won't call him a sellout, because I do. No, I mean, it doesn't matter if I like you or not, right? It's right and wrong is wrong, right? And you have to be fair on both sides of the spectrum. Because even Charleston White, as much as I despise him, he has said some things that has been right. And when you're right, you got to give the devil what's due him, as my mother used to say. You got to even give the devil what's due him. But no, I disagree. I disagree with Charleston. I don't think that Dion is a sellout. As far as a bottom line, no, I don't think that at all.
All right, y'all. I think we probably pretty all agreed on Charleston on that. With Charleston on that, I mean, we agree with each other about Charleston on that situation. Diamond, you wanted to say something about Cat Williams again?
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Oh, well, I want to say something about more about Charleston White. I think Charleston White is mentally ill, because I think we look at his history. From what I heard, I think he went to prison for killing somebody or something like that.
Definitely. He was in excess. He was there. He didn't pull a trigger or anything. He was there.
Okay, but I think Charleston White is mentally ill. I think he has some psychological issues. And I mean, I think he's trying to make money. He's doing some crazy stuff. But the thing about it that's so sad is the more of a jerk you act like, the more drama you got, the more people want to see you. And here's the thing that's interesting. When I go on TikTok live streams and they're talking about positive things, you might have 100 people. But when they're talking about who arguing with who trying to mess with whose girlfriend and boyfriend, you got 500 to 800 people. So the sad reality of it is a lot of our people like drama. We don't like things that are positive. Positivity is seen as boring to some of our people. A lot of us like negativity and drama. So that's why Charles. That's part of the reason why Charleston White is able to exist in the first place, is because he brings the drama. He's always causing an uproar. But if he was talking sensical and logical, people wouldn't want to hear him, because we don't like logical stuff. A lot of our people like negativity. So that's part of the problem too. Is we keep fueling it on.
Yeah, I agree with you. He is definitely a what do you call that?
Well, Diamond, I would like to ask you this question, Diamond. Not to cut you off, Bro Clarence, but to cut you off in a sense. If Charleston White is mentally ill and give all the toxicity and drama, and we cater to it, what does that make us? I land my plane.
Yeah, you know what it makes us? What it makes us is what Dr. Umar said. Dr. Umar said the Black community is a moving, walking, talking psych ward. That's just what it is. We got to deal with the hardcore realities, and a lot of people don't like it when it's said that way. But that's the truth. Because here's the thing: even when I went to high school, the person who was the rudest and most disrespectful, they thought he was the coolest. People that had common sense were considered weak and considered boring. I mean, we have to understand that there's been an effort put forward to niggerize us, and it's been successful. Now, me and you haven't been niggerized, but the race has been niggerized. And the thing about it that's so sad is, if you say to yourself, you know what, I want to get married, I want to treat a woman with respect, they're like, oh, he's a lame, he's a sucker. But I want to use her as a sex object. Yeah, that's a real man. So what has happened with our people is negativity has been seen as a positive, and positivity has been seen as boredom and negative. So what we are, Patrice, as a whole, not all of us, but we're just a big psych ward.
Not all of us, but it does speak volumes as to the ones that cater to that. It has to make them mentally ill as well. Let's just keep it a bean. I mean, I get it. It's not all of us, but the ones that love the drama and stay in the toxicity, there's some form of indoctrination of something's wrong there too. If that's all you know and all you do, that is a form. Listen, that is a form of some type of personality disorder or mental illness. It is. If that's
right, Patrice, we are mentally ill.
Right, and unfortunately, a lot of us on social media have been indoctrinated and has been socially engineered by the powers that be to say, no, it's the toxicity, it's the drama that's going to get you the numbers. Get into it with the biggest platform person and your numbers go up. And unfortunately, that's the truth. That's what happens on social media. They tell you, get into it with the biggest content creators, get into the beefs, get into the drama, and then your numbers will grow. So that, again, and we cater to that. And if we cater to, is that not correct?
Right. Let me say something else, Patrice. You know, this goes way before Charleston White ever got started. This is like Muhammad Ali versus Sonny Liston. This is like, you know, whatever boxers were fighting. They wanted them to argue and not like each other, and they've been putting Black people against each other since slavery. Here's the interesting thing. Have you ever read the book called Black Boy? Maybe you haven't. Are you there?
No, I haven't, but I've heard of it, and I get your concept, and I'm saying I agree with you that we have been indoctrinated. That, yeah, of course, I'm talking about social media now because we on social media, but it absolutely has been. I mean, they tried to pit Jackie Robinson against.
Right. But that
right to us forever, and we fall for the overdose majority of the time.
Yeah. So it's But a lot of us don't want to deal with that. We want to keep making excuses, but we have to deal with where we're at right now in reality in order to change anything. And that's going to be hard because a lot of us are just too soft to deal with the hardcore reality of it. It's not a pretty reality, but it is what it is.
All right. Y'all ready to move on to the next topic? We'll make this one our last. We'll make this one our last topic. I have one more TD Jakes, but we ain't got time to go into TD Jakes. All right, we're gonna do some last one. Okay, so I think a couple of days ago, Tyrese went to Saudi Arabia, and he put on what the people here in America consider a dress. Let us listen to I think what's this cat's name? I forgot his cat's name. Anyway, we'll find out in the video. But yeah, this cat is gonna explain what's actually going on here. But it looks like a dress, right? But let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. I can be deceiving.
And walk this red carpet, and you can have anything you want. Either that or they cloned him.
Nick Jones.
At least that's what the internet is saying. That's what the internet is saying. But I think I might have figured out what is actually going on. But before I share that with you, let me play this clip real quick, because this is an interesting clip, just to give y'all some more context of the situation, all right?
Literally, if I could put this microphone up to my chest, you would hear boop, 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 boop. Are you guys having fun tonight? I need some more energy out of this room. This is the Alguna Film Festival, will be the biggest film festival in the world, and we get to come here early. This is the 6th annual. 10 years from now, we're going to say we were here first. Make some noise, guys. This is a big deal. Okay? I don't want to take up too much time, but I want to really make you guys understand why my heart is beating so fast. It's not because I'm on stage. I've been on a few stages here and there. It's because of my love for the Middle East. It's my love for the culture.
Career would probably okay. This is actually a really good clip. I can't show it though because the video will get taken down because of the music. But I want you to understand something that he said. He said that he has a love for the Middle East, right? And he's over there. I don't know what this is. This is some film festival, award show, something. I don't know. I'm not in the circle like that. I don't know exactly what's going on, but this is not in the United States, right? And when I first saw this, I was tripping out. I was like, bro, who told you to put this red dress on? After everything that we've been hearing, because Tyrese has been on the defense for Christ. He has been on the defense for Christ. Call it what you want to call it. Nobody's perfect, right? Everyone's struggling with something. Everyone is trying to be better, at least for the most part. There are some people who are just straight menaces and do not care. But for the most part, as Christians, we're all striving to be better versions of ourselves, and we're striving to be better children of God. And I think Tyrese is in that category as well. He's not perfect, but he's defending Christ. He's talking about Christ in almost every interview. He's letting us know how important it is that he glorifies the name of Jesus Christ specifically, because there's so much demonic stuff going on in Hollywood. So when I saw this, I was kind of taken back.
Okay, guys, so far so good. He has his red dress on, and he is in Saudi Arabia, right, for a film. I think that's probably. Let's do some deducing here. Tyrese probably didn't get on a plane and fly all the way over to Saudi Arabia for free. They probably said, "Hey, can you come over and lend your star power to this event, we'll pay
Star
you.
status.
Yeah, right. So we'll pay you. I don't know. He probably made about 30 or 40 G's on just the flight over there, right? But this is this address that he's got on. So we gotta take a look. At first glance, they're like, oh man, he's in a dress. And you know, everybody goes in an uproar when black men are wearing dresses, right? But is this a dress? Let's continue with Brother Nick.
And I kind of did fall into the narrative that a lot of people had, which is, you know, he sold his soul to, you know, the illumination. I can't say the actual word, Illuminati. Well, I just said it. I don't know why YouTube trips out when you say that word. I don't know, but I just said it. So let's see what happens. Let's see if they come for me. But I didn't know what happened. But then I started to do a little bit more research because, you know, over here we are investigative journalists. And I realized something. He's in the Middle East. It's different culture, different respect. A kanzu. I found this. A kanzu is a white or cream color robe worn by men in Africa. It is referred to as a tunic in English and as a tharab. I don't know if I'm saying that right. In Arab countries. It's an ankle or floor-length garment, and it serves as a natural costume of Tanzania. So this is very popular in like Muslim regions and, you know, in some different areas of Africa and things of that nature. And also, you look at this image right here, and it's very similar to like the fit that he has on. Even with like the blazer and everything, the only difference is red. But then you go over here and you see this dude, he got a red one on as well. I don't want to buy one. Man, could you imagine if I bought one? Should I buy one?
All right, y'all. So get Tyrese, put a dress on. What do y'all think?
Dude just looks a little bit shaky.
Why is that?
You can wear what you want to wear, but you need to make sure you look masculine, powerful, and strong to a certain extent, at least. And he looked a little bit weird, did not add up. You should have got a darker color. You should have made sure it looked a lot more masculine than what I've seen people wear certain garments and they still look masculine. You need to make sure you look masculine because he looks.
What is a masculine look? How could he have looked more masculine?
Well, there's a thing called a suit, like a two-piece.
Yeah.
Or a three-piece suit. You know, I'm just saying that's it. But I understand at the same time, I'm not ignorant because just serving the country and stuff. I know that over there in that culture, they do wear things like that. So like, when they saw that, they started pulling up pictures about Tyrese Gibson, then other celebrities who did it, and then TD Jakes, I think, right? I think TD Jakes. I wouldn't call him a celebrity, but I think he was wearing something very feminine like that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And then so there was the uproar, and it was just a symbolism of the color red that made it seem like he, but at the same time, he got paid too, so of course, it is what it is.
Of course. Patrice?
First of all, I understand the whole perspective of the reason why, from Hollywood on down, we're questioning these men that are putting on the dress because unfortunately Hollywood has made Black men the face of the LGBTQ movement when they do put on a dress, or part of the Illuminati or Boule or upper echelons elites, whatever you want to call them, right? That has sold they soul, so to speak. Now I'm gonna say this, and I have to be very careful. I don't know Tyree personally, but I was very, very good friends with his sister that just passed away.
Oh man.
I had heard long time ago, it was rumored that about Tyrese, unfortunately, possibly, I'm gonna say possibly, allegedly, being a part of that. I don't know that for sure. So I just heard it was rumored.
Mhm.
I will say that I think that him going over there to the Middle East, to their culture and their country, and that is what they do over there. I think he possibly did that out of respect for that, for their culture and their country, right? Because we know when they come over here to America, they still dress the way they dress in their culture and country.
Mhm.
You know, very few of them has acquiesced into American way and and wear American clothes. Very few of them. Majority of them that own these stores and these Dunkin' Donuts and all these businesses, they still dress in their native country clothing, attire. So it's nothing wrong with if you're going over to another country and you want to pay your respects to the culture. And, you know, it's nothing wrong with that if that's so you choose or if they request that of you. I don't know if that was in a part of his contract for coming over there. See, because I'm pretty sure he made a nice little bag, like you said, Brooke Clarence,
Oh,
for
yeah.
going over there and speaking at that event and showing his love and respect for their culture and country. So I'm pretty sure it could have possibly been in his contract that he would dress in the attire of their culture. I don't know, but I haven't seen him do it in America. So that's what I'm going to say in defense of that, that he went over there and paid homage to their culture, and that's why he dressed the way he dressed. I hope that the rumors are not true about Tyree as far as, you know, being a part of that uh Holly weirdness that goes on. I pray to God that he's not. Like I said, I don't know him personally, never met him, but I was very close to his sister. But yeah, so I would chalk this up to and say that I do believe that that's his way of paying homage and respect to that country and to their culture. That because I've never seen him in the United States wear a dress, and I know that if the roles were reversed with someone else and they paying them a nice hefty bag and say, hey, out of respect for this award ceremony that you're going to obviously be the master of ceremonies of or give a speech of, and we're going to pay you $100,000 to come over here and do it. We would just appreciate if you respect the culture and wear the culture.
Most men would have one on red, pink,
and
pink
it's
even.
not right, and it's not a thing where they you know, we know it's part of their culture, you know, over there. So like I said, it's not like Tyree has done it. Now I'd sigh if he wear a dress here to some red carpet event, that I'd be like, oh, maybe so. But no, I'm not gonna
Saucy
get in
Santana.
yeah, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna get all alarmed because he went to a whole nother country and respected their culture and wore that tunic. I'm not. I'm not gonna get all alarmed. And even if you went to Ireland, right? Like we know that they wear what they call them, the kilts.
Yeah.
Like we know that that's their culture. So if you go over there and do an award and a speech and they pay you to come over there and you respect the culture and they ask you, hey, you mind? Or even if they didn't, you just want to give your own respect and homage. I don't think it's anything wrong with that. I think that we should know when or be careful on how we want to say every time someone puts something on that is similar to a dress, that we should not say, oh, they a part of this, that, or the other, or they this, that, or the other. Because like I said, if Tyree does it here in the United States on a red carpet, then I might side eye and question it. But over there, no, I would just say I don't think that it is what people are playing it out to be.
Absolutely. It's an exercise in we gotta do an investigation. It may look like something, and the medias might put it out there like it's something.
Here we go again, CSI.
Yeah, but we have to think like that, Marcus, because eyes can deceive in this world of deception. Your eyes can deceive you, your ears can deceive you, People that love you can unknowingly walk you into the danger zone, right? You have to be able to think for yourself, because people that really love you, the thing that they don't have the knowledge, they may not have the knowledge of something that they're telling you about, and they telling you, come go this way. My example that I use all the time is that lady that was trying to get when the plane hit the second tower, the lady that was trying to get the people to come back into the building. She's telling them come back into the building. The ones that were smart was like, nope, that's it. I don't know what's happening, but fire coming out of the building, my day is over. That's it. I'm going home. All right. She's telling them, hey, come back into the building.
Let me punch my clock home.
Hey, it's safe. They're gonna say you walked off your job. I don't care. Let them say I walked off the job. Right. So
what does Marshawn Lynch say? I'm only here so I won't get fined.
Hey man, we have to think for ourselves in today's world, because a lot of people are well-meaning, but they still will walk you into a savage situation, right? They'll say, come go this way, follow me. And you following them, and you don't know that they really don't know what they're talking about. And then you could get caught up, right? So that's what I'm saying. We have to think for ourselves today, even our parents, even our loved ones that, they're well-meaning, but they may not have the information to help us all the way. And it's not, you're not disrespecting anyone, just going and double checking what's going on. I tell my sons to double check me. If you think I'd have said something that's out of pocket, double check me. That you're not being disrespectful doing that to someone. You know what I mean? So I always say, man, just double check and find out what's going on. All right, gentlemen, it's the time of the part of the show where we start wrapping up. We got to do some final, some closing remarks, and then we're going to get up out of here, man, so y'all can spend the rest of y'all Sunday out there with your families. All right, so whoever wants to go, man, we're going to do some closing remarks. Let's get on out of here. You can talk about whatever we talked about today or whatever, right?
Yeah, I'll go first, Brucey. So I'll just say thank you for having me.
Always, man. Always.
You did a great job.
Always, brother.
Give you your flowers. And again, Happy New Year.
Same to you, man. Happy New Year.
Absolutely. Thank you. And, everybody just go support Brucey however you can. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Any contributions, donations, whatever you can to help him out. He's always going to be grateful for it. We're grateful just for him letting us up on the space.
Yeah, man.
And have a voice, and these kind of conversations, I know it might, to the opposition that are very anti what we said, take the time just to listen, and then if you want to critique us or comment and give your opinions, that's fine as well.
Yeah.
It's just a conversation, and it's also going down with the truth of what people said and the people that are brought up in the topics, whether it was Charleston White, Cat Williams, the people that were named. Tyrese Gibson, etc. And yeah, man, other than that, bro, just thank you. And God bless you.
Oh man, you too, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, Marcus. Okay, that was brother Marcus, man. Always on point as always. I'm gonna put you down, Marcus. All right, man. Great show today, man. Great show today. Right? I just say, hey, look, let's just talk about some trending stuff, right? Because the people are interested in what's trending. But I'm always interested in what could we learn? What can we learn from some of these things? What are some things that we could say, okay, what can we get out of what benefit can we take out of looking at that situation and saying, okay, how can I apply whatever principle is operating there? How can I apply that in my life and make it, better, right? All right, so I was going to do the closing remarks, but now I got Diamond and Patrice back. So now I'm going to let them finish their closing remarks, and then I'm going to go into my closing remarks. So Diamond.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to finish your closing remarks, sir?
Yeah, sure. I can go. And this was one of the good ones, and it's just that I'm glad we're able to get some, understanding, because it's It's a lot as a people that we have to do to take care of. And we're going to have to change a whole bunch because we can't afford to operate the way that we're operating right now. Because if we keep operating this way, we operate at an extreme loss, and we will continue to go under. And some serious, severe changes are going to have to be made. And everything I'm saying may not be right. It may not be what works, but something has to be done different. So it's nice. Thank you for having me, Clarence. I'm going to go ahead and drop down.
Always, man. Always. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you, dog. That was Diamond Axe. Good brother, man. Good brother. Patrice.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Like, what's that old Tony song? Just me and you.
Yeah.
Patrice.
Too.
I'm not going on tour with you, Patrice. I just can't do it.
Just the two of us.
I can't do it. Patrice, stop begging me to go on tour with you and open up for you. Patrice, stop it.
You could be my background. Listen, y'all keep your fingers crossed because I'm hoping to be a part of a big tour that's coming up. It's a 90s tour with some of our big celebrities of the 90s. I'm trying to get on that bill as a background singer for some of those people. I think it's like Tone Loc and Genuine and all those people. So y'all keep y'all fingers crossed.
All right on, sis. We're gonna do that.
And also in closing, I do just want to say we see now that I think towards this last quarter of 2023, going into the new year, 2024, and I think you're going to see a lot more of it. I think we are in the age of Aquarius. I think that we are in the book of Revelation where all things or some things are being revealed, are being uncovered. I think we are in the time of people are being exposed for all of their wickedness and evil and nefariousness that they're doing. I think that God is allowing this to happen for a reason. And I think that, as the book of Revelation says, to be watchful as watchmen, especially if you are under any type of belief system or spirituality, it tells you to watch because we not know what the hour. But it says prior to that, there will be a falling away.
Yeah.
And there will be things revealed to you. And I know, guys, these things are blowing our minds with some of the things that is happening now, especially in Hollywood. And it's happening to people we revere, so we love, we looked up to. But this is a way of God saying, put no man on a pedestal as a God.
Yeah.
Because see, he don't want no other gods before him. Now, I don't subscribe to organized religion, but I believe in the Almighty God.
Right.
Right? And I know what that word says about propping up people and putting them on pedestals and worshiping them like idols. Right? And unfortunately, we have done that to celebrities.
Yeah.
But these are people. And they are capable of good and evil just the way we are.
Good point.
And now we're seeing what we thought were good people have done some very evil things.
Good point.
Yeah. Pay attention. Put no man on a pedestal. Serve no man. No man, no humanly man. You don't idolize and worship no man. God is going to bring you to your knees for that one. So he's exposing a lot of these people, guys.
Ooh. We just getting started, huh?
Exactly. It's more to come. Trust me and believe. It's more to come. Don't be surprised, guys. This is why my whole career in entertainment, I never did that. I never put people on pedestals. And y'all know, I know a lot of celebrities. Y'all know I've been around them. I've been at parties. Y'all know I've told y'all stories behind the scenes. Y'all know that. And I ain't told y'all a lot of stuff I know. like a lot of shit. And then now that people like Kat, people like Cassie, all these women coming forward, men coming forward, people are speaking up because the power needs to be taken away from people that use it for evil. So I'm just saying, do not say, well, why is this happening? Why are they coming out speaking now? Why? Because timing is everything, and it might not be on our time, but it's on God's. God is saying now is the time. Don't question it. Just move accordingly and pay attention to what people are saying, and especially when they speak in truth and bringing receipts. See, because in my Cat Williams voice, truth don't need motivation.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
And I land my plane there.
All right, lady. What was I going to ask you? Oh, do we need to talk? Or we good?
Yeah, I would like to let you guys know something. So yes, please, if we can get the family, that would be great. It'll be short and brief.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna pull you down, and then you gonna hang tight.
Yep. All right, sir.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna pull you down. All right. Somebody just walked into my office. Assalamu alaikum, sir. Man, you look like a real Muslim. Are you a real Muslim, man? Well, the first, which first? Oh, Jay. Okay, yeah. So I just got to check in. Well, hey, I'm on the air, man. So let me get with you. I'm gonna call you though, man. I'm gonna call you later today because I want to find out if we can do something this week. All right, welcome. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. These Muslims from Compton and Los Angeles keep walking in my office, man. Okay, y'all. Y'all heard Patrice. What do y'all think, man? What do y'all think? Is the stuff coming good? Now, y'all heard me. Now, Patrice, I don't know if she agreed with me or she thought about it. She thought this was like this already. The way I thought was independent of her, but we're at the same place. We're headed to the same direction. We feel like, hey, man, this is the year. I think even Bolo said the same thing. I think, and Vaughn, this is the year where, hey, man, a lot of stuff. Shout out to Jill, by the way. This is the year when stuff is going to start, stuff's going to come out, man. You know what I mean? Stuff's going to come out. Either you with the program, either you with the right program, or you're not with the right program, or either you could get misled easily, right? We all can. I'm not saying you personally. I'm talking about we all can. We have to think for ourselves, right? I was listening to a brother yesterday. Stage 2, I forgot the kind of cancer he had. Stage 2 cancer. Doctors told him he didn't have that long to live. Quit his job, moved to Mexico, lived there for a year and a half, just eating fruit. Gone, cancer gone. No meat, no vegetables, just fruit for a year. So, I mean, we're at the age and at the point where we have to decide for ourselves. Not that we don't listen to our doctors. Not that we don't listen to our doctors, but that we consider what they say, and then we do our own research. This is the era where you have to do your own research. You can't just listen to the doctor. You can't just listen to your lawyer. You can't just listen. You can't just do it anymore. See, those of us, we got all triggered. Some of us as men, we got triggered when they said Tyrese is wearing a dress. He's not wearing a dress. He's wearing a tunic. That's two different things, right? Those are two different things. So, but, at first glance, you can get triggered. Now, The reason why they want to trigger you is to make you spend money, right? You want to be they trigger you into spending more money with them, right? The merchants of evil, right? But hey, man, we gotta have a better plan. I'm telling you, man, so much stuff is gonna come out this year. So many things are gonna be set up. It's gonna be a lot of opportunities as well. It's not gonna just be some, a bunch of bad stuff. It's gonna be some good stuff too. But watch it, because it's gonna be some hooks in there. It's gonna be some stuff, they're gonna have some hooks in them, right? What do you call it when you have a hook in something, try to catch the fish? That's called the bait. They're gonna have bait out there. They're gonna have a situation that looks like it's gonna be advantageous for you, beneficial for you. All the while, it's really only beneficial to them. You get a little piece of bait, they get the big end of the situation because they get you. When you out here doing these deals, man, make sure you don't sell your soul. But Clarence, I won't be a big movie star. Maybe you won't. Maybe you won't. But at least you could sleep at night, right? You'll be like Patrice. You'll be, I got all the stories. I wasn't there, but I got all the stories, right? Right? Then you can figure out, hey, well, that's probably why I'm not no big name, household name, because I'm only willing to go so far, right? Anyway, y'all, what do y'all think about Cat Williams? What do y'all think about Tyrese? What do you think about Charleston? That lunatic, right? Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna shut the show down. Y'all, I think we'll be back. We might be back Thursday. Come check us out. I don't know what we'll be talking about. Patrice sent me something good. I might put that with something else, and we might try to see if we can do that on Thursday. Maybe we'll do that on Thursday. But anyway, everybody have a great Saturday afternoon. Sunday afternoon or evening, and wherever, depending on where you are in the country or in the world, right? Yeah, we're gonna shut the show down. But I appreciate all of y'all, man, that hung out with us, hung in there with us. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody on the replay. Let me check out through these little comments real quick, and then we're gonna be out of here. Let's see. Simon said you need to do that interview. What interview, Simon? Y'all said I'm gonna do an interview. Well, whatever interview you are, I'll look back and see what I said. Diamond said, what do you have to do to go through to become a star in Hollywood may not be worth the effort, what she will have to suffer. I think any of them, really, any of them. So, we all gotta strive to be better. All right, y'all. That's it. Check us out on Thursday, and then of course on Sunday. All right, y'all. Peace.